But Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, preparing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shill. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shad's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money he earned on yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. One ticked off across the board with charge to what because his code can be ignored. Just how much DSP makes us feel so bored to help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are slow machine. He's snorting, burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if battery fun is shy, can't to see if powers make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before launching into a bike, pretending they're for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of college cat and fatty life and all his strife of forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react, but isn't act, that is a fact, as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Teaching's nearly over and awareness in sight, with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not light. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, KingJat here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for what is today, Wednesday, the 7th of February 2024. I do hope you're all doing very well indeed, and hope you're enjoying your day so far. As you can see, Phil's stream is live and online. He's ready to go, essentially just waiting for people to just fill into his, you know, dead body chat and all that jazz. And yeah, so yeah, while we're waiting for Phil's stream to go live, how about we watch something that DSP tried at Memoji clip the other day from him exploding against Baldur's Gate 3 and treating his audience and just roasting them all. Just basically he's waving the game as per usual.
Just being honest and real here. If I don't pay my bills, I won't have internet. I might, you know, I won't have anything. I have to work.
You could cover the hole. It would be faster burning it. How do I... Huh? You can see the vents in the floor, place things over them. I don't know how to move things in the environment. I'm 60 some hours into this game and I don't understand that mechanic. The game never explained it, nor did I ever learn it. So... Fuck your turn-based mode. Get the fuck out of here. I said... Fuck your turn-based mode and get the fuck out of here. I don't want a short rest. Are you guys coming? Someone died? They all died. Are you fucking shitting me? My whole team just died. But I didn't.
Snake, respond. Snake?
Yes! Yes! Did they seriously all just stand in the poison? They're so dumb, they all stood in the poison. Well, I'm reloading. This is fucking stupidity. The AI is so stupid. They stood in the poison. Fuck this stupid shit. Do you see why I'm telling you guys? I just don't... I get that people love the game. I don't understand how you can be like, this is the best RPG ever made. It's got so many flaws when it comes to shit like this. How dumb can they be that they stand in the fucking poison and don't move and die repeatedly?
All right.
Wow. Fucking genius. Yikes. I'm not using the mechanics properly. The mechanics suck. That's stupid as shit. The parties can kill giant epic bosses and take on insane amounts of adversaries, but they can't deal with a poisoned room. It's too difficult for their intellect to figure out. Don't stand in the poison, right? Come on, man. Stop giving the game a pass. This is a case where the game definitely shows its weaknesses, and this is just incredibly stupid, right? It is so dumb. We're gonna stand in the fucking poison room and die because we're idiots.
Oh, stop whining about it because it's just in there and, you know, the game is designed for bullshit. Call it what it is. Terrible.
They all died? They all died anyway because of Shadow Curse. Dude, this is fucking terrible. They all died anyway because of Shadow Curse. And then my perception failed and I can't pull a switch. That's obviously a switch standing in front of me because I have a perception check fail. By the way, how did they die? Because Shadowheart has the club that's supposed to protect her from that anyway. So how did they die? This doesn't make any fucking sense. What a dumbass. What a fucking dumbass. I don't care. This is stupid.
Nah, Phil, you're stupid. Let's pause DSP. DSP's going live. Let's pause him. And yeah, let's get back to the clip. By the way, there is a brand new thing that Johnny. So people saw a wee brief, you know, glimpse of it when I switched over to the live stream. I switched over here. I might need to actually. Let me test to make sure it's working. Okay, keep an eye on the top left of the screen. Okay, so just bear with me here.
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
No! It is. I'm sorry. I don't like this at all. It pisses me off. So a room full of poison is so challenging to get around, right? Like, what the fuck?
Johnny Chase made that, by the way. He kind of, I went and seen, like, he was on the Detractor Beam Discord or whatever, and he tagged my name, and he's like, hey, I heard King Jad mention this, and so I made it. I was like, I'm stealing that shit. And he's like, sure, go ahead, please steal it. So there we go. I had permission to steal that shit, and so we got it as part of our... Anytime I play that now, you get to see that. So there we go. Anyway, let's get back to this clip.
Fuck, man. Oh my god. I can understand complexity. I don't understand tedium. They think that a gameplay element like this is complex and therefore better. It's not. I can't even just get through the room. They've made it so complex and difficult to do basic things you could do in any other video game that you lose the fun factor. This is not fun for me right now. It's just not. For me to explore this room is super annoying. I don't want to have to fuck around with vents and bullshit. I just want to get the reward. I beat the zombies. I should now be able to get my reward, and the game won't let me.
It's like, come on. You gotta be a mature fucking adult and stop being a whiny little baby about this shit. You know, it's just like a whiny baby. Doesn't get their way. They didn't get their ice cream. You know, they didn't get their flavor of ice cream that they wanted. So instead of actually dealing with the fact that they still at least have ice cream, they're going to stand there and whine and complain while the ice cream melts down the side of the fucking cone. Grow up.
Disarm the air vents. Where are they? Where exactly do you see air vents? I don't see any air vents that are having this poison come out. Right? Where the fuck are their air vents? You can't see them. And my group is so stupid, they won't fucking follow, even though they should be following. Come on, stupid. Come on, stupid. Okay, I don't care about the fucking poison. The Shadow Curse is way worse than the poison. Stay with me, stupid. Okay, where is the vent? Look, do you see a vent anywhere on the floor? I don't. Now I'm back in turn-based. This is like bashing your head against the fucking wall instead of just being able to open the door. Like, what the fuck? What? Stop with this shit right now.
I'm not getting through this way.
No getting through this way.
This doesn't open from here.
The door doesn't open from here, he says. How? How is that possible? Oh my god! Yo, I'm seriously about to just leave and not do this anymore and give up. This is the most annoying part of the game so far. Fuck your stupid turn-based mode. I don't want to roll dice and sit at a table. This is not a tabletop game, you fucking dunces who made it. It's a fucking video game. You can look at the 13-year span of content that I've put out and at least say thus: wow, Phil had a good time. He entertained an audience and he didn't really hurt anyone. You know what I'm saying? Like, concretely, there are people out there who over the years, they have to put out hit pieces. They have to do really bad conspiracy theory drama crap. They basically have to insult game developers and or constantly attack certain people. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, dude, what the fuck? This is insane. I got 29. 28. This is ridiculous. 29. I'm just gonna give up at this point. I don't care. I'm just gonna leave. And this is just the door back to the area we already were at on the other side with Lazelle. Remember? It goes to the cave. Wow, this is fun, huh? This is well done gameplay. Super fun for the gamer. I'm 10 minutes in. I've done literally nothing today. Whoa. I received an incredibly generous tip to start today's stream. Well, I'm glad. Please, put me back into a good mood after this. Okay?
Yeah, basically I'm constantly fucking threatening to quit the game because it was too challenging for his simple little brain, forced the whales to come out early. Remember when I was talking, so we're playing towards the end of Bingo and we seen Phil's hat pull going. Yeah, Phil threatening to quit the game and walk away from it right there so early on forced, the audience's hand to make sure he got his guaranteed I won't wage quit the game tip.
Okay. After this awful start, I received an incredibly generous $100 tip. 100 smackaroonies. I just care about money. I just can't help it. I'm so just enveloped in greed and money. I need money. I need money. I am wearing a cardigan sweater today. I was not expecting to have to wear a vest. I don't even know how I could wear a vest over a cardigan sweater. I guess we'd have to talk options if we hit that, because I'm not sure how I would pull that off. Perhaps today we would just forego the vest since I'm already wearing a cardigan. I don't know.
What's the point of having a fucking vest go if you're going to be fucking dressed not suitably to wear a vest? Well, you're kind of not rewarding your fans here, are you?
You're a liar.
Would you like to know your lucky color?
You're a scammer and a liar.
Lucky color.
Oh, there's another one. There's a vent right there. I'm trying to find, so there's 2 vents. There's 3 vents. Wow, there's a lot of vents in this room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 poison vents. Good lord, there's a lot of poison vents in this room. Oh my lord! See? My idiotic party members don't come with me. Because the AI is so badly made. Sorry, it's just true. The AI is so badly made, they won't come with you. They're that stupid. So I can't have him come with me. I guess what I'm going to have to do is transfer the lantern, right? Okay. Almost fully disarmed. There's, I think, one other on the other side of the room this way. I don't know why they're not. Are they coming with me? Why are you not coming with me? Why did he stand over there and not come with me, you fucking dunce? Follow me. Oh my God. It's like telling a small child to come with you and the kid just keeps walking in the wrong direction, doing the wrong thing. It's like telling a small child to come with you and the kid just keeps walking in the wrong direction, doing the wrong thing. Are we done now? Is that it? I think, is that all? We've done it. No, there's still poison. What the fuck? How is there still more poison? I disabled all 5. There's more than 5? Where is more poison coming from? Do you even see any more poison? But where's that poison? Why are we entering turn-based mode? Why are you? Oh my God. I don't know. I can't stand this. I can't bear it. It's like a joke. It really is. It's like a cruel joke that this is what they did with this shit. It's like, well, are you kidding me? Why am I poisoned? Why am I toxic?
There it is.
Nope. Too stupid. Too stupid. Stayed too far back. Come with me. You fucking idiot. Stop jumping around like a fucking rabbit and follow me to the door. Oh my God. Now, everyone come in this room. Everyone come in this fucking room. Right now. Thank the fucking gods. And the switch works. Oh my God. What a fucking idiot.
So, Phil done quite a lot wrong there, in case you weren't aware. And it's funny because I think Meester asked a question earlier on to Culimp on like Discord, and he was like basically going, hey, I don't, you know, what did Phil do wrong here? And Culimp explained that as the AI will not intentionally walk into most hazards like poison clouds, the vents were clearly marked on screen as they all look the same as the first traps you see in the game. Phil ignores the basic command, throw, to put an item on the vent, and the game switches to turn-based so you can minimise the amount of time you're in a hazardous area like poison clouds. Phil was blaming the game even when the game was doing its absolute best to protect him. He blamed the game despite the game trying its best to fucking, you know, counteract Phil's stupidity in the game. So it was just fucking Phil being a complete moron endlessly, you know, just, I mean, bloody hell, man. Anyway, it's time bingo. I think that's enough speed up just built up. Do we have a short intro or a long intro today? We have a short intro today, I see. Okay. Well, in that case, we're ready to just, you know, fire straight into the good old bingo then. And all that jazz. So, oh yeah, so we need a number. One of you bastards, give me a number for the bingo card. The first number in chat I saw was 69 from Have a Smashing Day. So we'll use that to randomise the bingo background. I forgot to change the centre square. Fine, we'll keep juggling. Juggling has served us well, and juggling has done quite well for us. Hopefully we'll get juggling again today. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, random bingo number 69. What a fun number. There we go. And the bingo board has been picked thanks to Have a Smashing Day's 69 number. So, what do we have on the bingo board for today? Well, we have Phil to say shot, him discuss his family, him say business, in fact, and him pointing at text. The thing is though, Phil pointing at text might not happen much anymore. The members thing is no longer included. We might have to say goodbye to Phil pointing at text unless he gets desperate for tips. Because he's not going to point at members anymore, and members are no longer a part of the board. So I might have to think about that in the future, I don't know. We'll see how it does today. The second row is Phil saying wrong, him slapping his leg, him laughing, him saying what the fuck are you talking about, and him saying help. The third row is Phil saying variety, him being all clown mode, him saying juggling, obviously, and him chewing some water. The fourth row is Phil saying hate to say good news life, his voice cracking, and him saying new games. And the fifth and final row is Phil saying wow. By the way, him standing up randomly, him saying on demand, and finally, him doing hand graphs. What are hand graphs, you might ask? Hand graphs is where Phil is demonstrating something going up or down in numerical value using his hands. That's the best way I can describe it, so there you go. And it does it surprisingly often. It does it often enough to constitute and merit a place on the bingo board. You might think to yourself that rarely fucking happens. If it's on this board, it happens a surprising amount of times. So there we go. So yeah, that's the bingo board we have for today. Thank you very much. Have a smashing day for picking a number, and this is a random bingo board we have for today's show. So as you know, the aim of the game is to try and get a full 25 out of 25 on the bingo board you see before you on the screen. And if you manage to do that, one of you guys can potentially win a prize, but only if you've left a comment on a community post which is linked in the description of this live stream. If you haven't left a comment, your only chance of winning a prize should we get a full house. And there's a variety of ways for us to get a free space for the bingo card you see before you on screen. For example, if Phil snorts 25 times or burps 10 times before he starts recording for gameplay for YouTube, that will give us all a free space. And these also double up, so 50 snorts as a second free space, 20 burps as a second free space, and so on and so on. And if we get 100 likes on this very bingo stream right here before we finish playing bingo, not only will that also give us a free space, but you guys also get to enjoy the Bubbles animation made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations to celebrate 100 likes. So there we go, you guys are in direct control of one way for us to get a free space. The rest of the ways are controlled by Phil and his bodily functions. I think I've covered all the basics and everything else, so I will, as usual, spam my Scottish soundboard button to get us underway.
Hello there.
I guess I'll fucking do. Here we fucking go. Good morning, everyone. It's my final consecutive streaming day of the week, and today is feedback day, meaning today I'm going to be discussing all the feedback that I received in the last 24 to 48 hours regarding what I should do with Tekken 8, future games for Retro React over on DSP Throwback, and more. Plus, we'll talk a little bit about Foam Stars and the exciting week ahead. All this and more on today's Level 1 podcast.
Let's just mute this shitey thing. Do we have Exciter on the board? We don't. But we got a leg slap. We got a nice little robust leg slap, so there we go. And let's just pass forward this intro. It's a short intro, so it doesn't last too long. Here we go.
Alrighty, so everyone, welcome to the show. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. Wednesday is my final consecutive streaming day of the week. My schedule being a lot different than most people, I should say, who would work a 9-to-5 job. My first work day is usually Fridays, and my final day of the week is Wednesday, with Thursday being my day away from streams. And I hope you're all doing well. I hope you've enjoyed this week. I certainly have. Today's streams will have a more laid-back vibe. Today is Wednesday, the 7th of February, 2024, and today we're doing a lot of RPG action, which is great. Two completely different styles of RPGs, I would say. Two different vibes to the streams. As I said, on today's podcast, we're going to talk about a lot of feedback that you guys have given me in the last couple of days, because I needed it. You know, this channel, and in reality, all the content that I put out on YouTube is very reliant on your constructive criticism. And I've taken in some suggestions that I'd like to talk about this morning, and some interesting takes as well that I read in comments, so we'll talk about those. But in addition to all of that, we're going to have some uncomfortable stuff in the office today, and what I mean by that is, today's a unique combination. It's cool outside, but the sun is out, and the landscapers are out there today. So normally on a normal day when I stream, I would just have the window wide open, I would close the blinds, and I would turn the fan up, depending on the temperature outside. If it's cold outside, don't even need the fan. If it's, you know, a normal day, turn the fan on low. If it's a day where, like, the sun's really out bright, as it is today, I'd have the fan on high blast. But the landscapers are out there, and what that means is they're going to be making a lot of noise. Right now, they're not, so I think I'm going to actually go and open up the window a little bit more. Burger. Because I have it almost closed. There we go. I'm going to try to get as much cool air in this room as I can before they come by and start making tons of noise, which very well could be during the show. Usually they come by in the mornings. It was weird. Last week they came by after I ate dinner. It was getting dark and they were out there doing landscaping, and my wife and I were like, what happened? Did the truck break down or something? And a little weird. But they're there right now doing work. They already were weed whacking, and then they walked away, so I'm like, oh, okay. So if you start to hear noise, let me know. When it becomes intrusive to the show, I'm going to have to close the window. I'm just hoping to get it done quicker, because what happens is, in the afternoon, if it's sunny outside, as it is today, this office heats up when the sun hits it in the afternoon, and if the window's closed, this is going to heat up like an oven. Now, right now, it's nice in here. That's why I have a long sleeve shirt on and everything, but man, I don't want to be baking in here trying to play Baldur's Gate 3, so it could be an uncomfortable day, depending on how this goes. Obviously, we'll adjust on the fly. Burger. Normally, I wouldn't even bring it up, but being that you're going to hear it and everything, and I might have to keep jumping up to change the air circulation situation, I wanted to let you know ahead of time.
The air circulation situation. That's a fancy way of fucking saying I might need to close the window if it gets too fucking loud out there. The air circulation situation. Shut the fuck up.
So, great streaming week this week, right? We got a lot done. We made good progress in Baldur's Gate 3, making it back into the main streams after it being away for a week for new releases. We played the Silent Hill, the short message minigame, and saw what that was all about. Had a couple fun streams of Tekken 8, where I focused in on the characters I had already been starting to learn and got better at it. And of course, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, we actually made good progress too, and tonight I'm looking forward to making more. So this week was a good balance for sure. When it came to the stuff that I put out there, keep in mind we still had the regular React show on DSP versus the Internet, and we had a Retro React stream on DSP Throwback of Dark Souls 1, of which the parts are still uploading daily. So, really good variety this week, and I really enjoyed it. Next week, we're going to have a fun marathon. Now, that's going to throw a little monkey wrench into the scheduled plans, but I think it's going to be fine. In fact, some of the stuff we're doing during the marathon is going to still be stuff that normally we would do. Like, for example, I'm probably going to do like an hour or two of Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth during that marathon and try to unlock the NFL player during that, which would be perfect to play as the NFL player during the Super Bowl marathon event. That'd be pretty neat. We'll see if we can get that to happen. Burger. So, really briefly, let's just recap what we did yesterday on streams, but then I want to talk about feedback. Because as I said, I got some really critical feedback regarding, number one, the future of me playing Tekken 8, and number two, the future of Retro Reacts over on the Throwback channel, and I want to discuss both of them openly with you so you guys kind of know what's coming up, and of course to get more live feedback if possible. So, yesterday, on the Level 1 podcast, talked a lot about Tekken 8, and essentially that I had come to a crossroads. That with Tekken 8, although I'm pleased with the game, and I really like it, and I feel like I'm getting better at it every time I play it, definitely I'm not getting the audience that I had for Street Fighter 6. When I played Street Fighter 6, man, people came out to watch it, especially those first few months. You know, great streams and great engagement and support, and people watched the videos and loved it and wanted more. They were craving more. Not so much with Tekken 8. From what I'm seeing, it's a much smaller audience, and even, I mean, the example I gave yesterday, you know, I had played a whole stream with Paul Phoenix on Monday and got progressively better every, you know, video, and after 24 hours, the videos didn't even have 300 views. That means no one really cares. You know what I mean? Like, that, it's one thing if you're playing a narrative-based game like an RPG, and you're at part 20 or 30, so most people aren't even up to that part yet, and you're getting less than a few hundred views on a video. There's a reason for it. When you're playing a hot new fighting game, in each video you're progressively getting better, and each match is competitive and interesting, and people aren't watching, you're like, what gives? And we talked about this yesterday. So, basically after yesterday, I asked for feedback on Tekken 8, okay? And I said, what do you guys think is going on with this game? I want feedback on how to continue to play it, because there's going to be two schools of thought here, and there's not that much I can do in regards to choosing one, because I have to. There's two different ways to approach Tekken 8 moving forward. Approach number one is to get better at the game and play as hard as I can and watch matchup videos and try to study knowledge of the meta of the game, meaning character knowledge that I don't have right now. Try to learn how to block high-low mix-ups, try to get to improve, but focusing only on a core series of characters. Because in a fighting game, if you're going to get good at it, you need to focus on a core group of characters so that you can actually, you know, learn their ins and outs of how they play. And this takes a lot of time and dedication. This is not, oh, I played with the character twice, I've mastered them. No. You have to be focused on said character. Take a look at Street Fighter 6 and how long it took me to finally have it click. It took about 2 to 3 months for the game to click. So I learned all of the different various game mechanics. And once I learned the basic game mechanics, then applying those to each character, like Blanca, Honda, you know, Lily, Dalsim, etc. And eventually then grinding with those characters to take them to master level. It took an incredible amount of time and effort, you know, thousands of matches in some cases. So, with that being said, with Tekken, it would be the same. Taking like 3 or 4 characters, saying, this is who I want to play as. Focusing on them, learning their stuff, playing with them constantly, and kind of rotating between them until I can get them to a high level and playing at the meta of the game. So that's one situation, and if I do that...
Oh, D-Dog. Phil actually tried. So if D-Dog's saying you can fight yourself Ghost to get better. Phil did try fighting his Ghost. My thing, by the way, has been a bit weird today, this on-screen, you know, to show messages on screen. It's been a bit laggy today. I'm trying to clear and it's not letting me clear it. I don't know, it's been a bit fucking weird. But D-Dog said, not in Tekken, you can fight yourself Ghost to get better. Phil tried that, and he criticised the Ghost. Now, base in mind, the Ghost is basically mimicking Phil's inputs. And trying to, like, it learns from Phil's inputs. And Phil's, like, saying, oh, this is a fucking waste of time. Because it's based... The only inputs I received ever was from Phil. Phil, like, spent, like, 2 minutes in there or something and beat it up and thought, well, that's fucking not good. And then just moved the fuck on. He actually did go to, like, the Ghost mode, I'm sure, and he's like, well, this is a fucking waste of time. Like, he literally complained about his own inputs in the Ghost. But yeah, Jesus Christ, I don't know. That's just fucking fell for you.
The gameplay level will continuously improve. You'll see higher level gameplay, tougher matches, me fighting better players and climbing the ranks. It'll be a slow climb, but it'll definitely be interesting to see how well I can do in competitive Tekken, okay? Now, the other side, or the other possibility, the other way to tackle the game, is to play it far more casually. What I mean by that is, instead of only focusing on, say, 3 characters, 4 characters, and getting better and learning the meta, instead saying, it's not that big of a deal. I don't need to get good at this game. I just want to play it casually and enjoy it for what it is. So what that would mean is, basically, you know, maybe every week, picking a different character, watching some basic tutorial videos online of said character, trying to apply those basics to that character right away, jumping online and trying to do a couple sets, and then that's it, moving on to another character next time I play. So, you know, maybe once a week you'd see one new character. You know, maybe this Friday I'd use Fang, and then the next week I would use Kuma, and then the next week I would use Nina, and then the next week I would use Reina, you know, and just keep every week a new character. Now, here's the thing. I've done both, all right? I've literally played fighting games both ways. If you truly want to make quality gameplay, you have to get good at the game, all right? Having a casual level understanding of fighting game is not good enough to make quality gameplay, right? The thing is, and I know this from experience, that not everyone out there cares about quality gameplay.
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
Most people who are looking for high-level Tekken gameplay are not coming to DSP Gaming. They're not going to be watching here. I'm not even known as a Tekken player, right? There's plenty of places out there to go and see people do that kind of stuff, right? And therefore, I feel like if I go for the higher level gameplay, I'm already kind of isolating my audience. Because how many people realistically want to see DSP get good with Paul or King or June or whomever, and keep coming back to see my journey to, it's not master in this game, whatever it's called, the higher ranks or whatever. So there's the truth of the matter is, does anyone really care? And it's sad because I do think like years and years ago, back in the day, I was more well known for fighting games, correct? I kind of gave that up. Around the era when Street Fighter V came out, I gave it up. I said, Street Fighter V sucks so bad. I didn't want to keep playing it. And without Street Fighter V being in the mix as the major fighting game that I was playing, instead, I was going to do more variety of other games, which I did. If you take a look at the last, 10 years or so, I adopted a ton more style of games that normally I wasn't even playing. I mean, games like the Persona series, the Yakuza series, and things that became staples of my content that hadn't been previously. They kind of moved in and took over for my fighting game coverage. Now, I'm not to say that I didn't cover fighting games. I did. When a new fighting game came out, I would play it. If it had a story mode, I would play it. Any offline modes, I would play them. I would learn a few characters, go online, and then essentially I would drop the game within a couple of weeks of it releasing. And this pretty much went for every fighting game, whether it was a Mortal Kombat or an Injustice or a Tekken or another kind of a spin-off fighter, whatever fighters I played, that was it for me, right? Like, I didn't really care as much about them. Now, when Street Fighter 6 came out, that's when things changed. Because with Street Fighter 6, it looked so good. And I was like, man, I really feels like this is an invigoration or reinvigoration of the fighting game community for me, because they put so much effort into the game. It plays how you would want a competitive fighter to play. It has the best online netcode of any fighter I've ever seen. It has a ton of features, both online and offline, which is great. So all this stuff to me is saying this is the time to get back into fighting games. So I did. Last year, I committed myself to Street Fighter 6 that entire summer and early into the fall. It actually wasn't even until, October when I laid up and stopped playing it regularly because there were so many other releases out. And I did well, as much as morons on the internet would like to pretend, because they always pretend and try to say anything that I do of any kind of achievement doesn't exist, I got good at Street Fighter 6. I took multiple characters to the master level.
So did many people, Phil. So did fucking thousands of fucking players. Look, this has been well established, okay? Phil has a 56% win rate in Street Fighter 6. He was barely above average. Phil, congratulations, you were barely above average. I think we can all give you plaudits for that. You were barely above average, right above that fucking 50% threshold. You were 56% win rate in Street Fighter. Wow, you really fucking showed the entire world, didn't you? Look, people make master rank not through skill. I mean, obviously it requires an element of fucking decent skill, but mainly the big factor is attrition, time. You play the game long enough, it will reward you with fucking master rank, and once you fucking get there is no getting relegated. Which I think it's kind of bullshit, by the way. I mean, imagine not getting relegated from that fucking rank, but there you go. When Phil had a chance to try and take some character to legendary mode, but he simply wasn't good enough. He couldn't hang. Also, Meester wants a screenshot of this. I don't think this is like screenshot worthy. It's all bloody as all hell, but fuck it, whatever. We'll see how it looks, I guess. I'll do a wee screenshot and then hold on, so there we go. Do that. There we go. Go here and we'll paste it in now. I don't know how. It's gonna look okay for the most part, but just the Phil's face is bloody, the hand is bloody. I feel we could have done better, but whatever. Mister wanted a screenshot, so who am I to deny him his beloved screenshot there? I've gone thrown it in the members Discord, so now Discord members can fucking get access to that robust screenshot and do some unspeakable things to it.
With winning records, unlike other people who were picking Ken and they're relatively quickly. So
56% win ratio, Phil, in Street Fighter 6.
Competitive level. I would like to think that if I took those characters to a tournament, I would at least do decent. I certainly wouldn't win any tournaments, but I think that I probably would have beaten a few opponents at a tournament and stuff, and that's way better than I would say I ever would have done previous in the last 10 to 15 years, because I just didn't give a crap, I really felt like I had fallen out of love with fighting games because Street Fighter V was so shitty. Now, in regards to Tekken 8, the other way I can approach it outside of getting good like I did in Street Fighter 6 is to just casually play it. And the truth be told, if you go back in time and you look at my original fighting game coverage that I did on my original Dark Side Phil channel, and even the coverage that I did on the DSP Street Fighter channel for about a year, it was more casualized coverage. And what I mean by that is, I absolutely did not focus in on only a couple.
Oh my God!
Oh, thank you very much. Sorry, two things. Sorry, I got distracted with something there. Thank you very much to Dunce808 for a super chat who says, yesterday, all my gaming problems seem so far away. But now they're back and they are here to stay. I love that wee song. Phil believes in Beggar Day. Why did the whales have to go? He doesn't know. They didn't say. Anyway, fuck it, you know, anyway. But it doesn't mean just fucking getting carried away. Great song. One of the all-time great songs, in my opinion, yesterday. Very simple song, but very good song. Anyway, let's crack bingo once again. I'll just stop distracting myself with some random classic tunes.
Characters and get good and try to play at a high level. That never happened. I was known as the casual guy who got popular on YouTube for fighting games, and the FGC resented me for that.
They resented you because you're an absolute fucking arsehole. Even so, you want to hear what somebody from the FGC thought about you before you were a prominent YouTuber? I have a perfect sound clip here from somebody that didn't, you know. So let's see what somebody from the FGC thought about you before you even did much on YouTube, shall we?
Yo, Phil.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to look like you, dude. I mean, you're a fucking snitch. Everybody hates you. Who would want Oh.
Nobody wants to look like a snake.
Nobody fucking asking, dude. You're yes, getting shot down left and right. Nobody wants to look like you. And we don't give a fuck about you, motherfucker. Ain't nobody trying to look like you. Shit.
That's what I'm
So DSP, shut the fuck up!
Alright, you notice Ben's respectful and you're not.
Shut the fuck up!
It's been 6
God
months.
damn, dude.
Huge. That's why when, back in the day, if you look at interviews from like 2009, 2010, and they'll ask guys like, you know, Mike Ross or something at a tournament, so what do you think of DSP? And he'd be like, DSP, I don't know who the fuck that is, and blah, blah, blah. Of course they all knew who I was. They constantly talked about me on their commentary at tournaments. They dropped my name everywhere, always in a negative light. Why? Because I didn't want to be part of their community. I'd been there, done that. I had no desire to be a competitive fighting game player, but I was very prominent on the internet for making fighting game content, despite the fact I wasn't good. They hated that shit. Here, they were grinding away, trying to get popular on the internet for high-level gameplay, but I was way more prominent than they were, and you know, at that point, one of the top gamers on YouTube, and they really resented it. But again, that was because I was a casual guy. I was more focused on let's do over-the-top commentary on silly gameplay and have a good time with it, rather than, oh, let's play high level and teach people how to play the game. That was never my intention. You know, I was doing entire sets of Dan Madness, the worst character or one of the worst characters in Street Fighter 4, and I was beating people with Dan and laughing at them and how bad they suck because they lost to Dan online. That's the kind of content I used to put out, and that was what was prominent, all right? But that was like 13, 14 years ago, all right? Like, that was a long time ago, and that kind of content today is actually looked down upon by anyone into fighting games. Meaning, if you make content in a fighting game and you have commentary where you're like berating the other person or insulting the other person or saying ridiculous things, oh, that's not allowed anymore, right? That's too taboo, too harsh. You're supposed to be ultra respectful now in the FGC. You're supposed to praise your opponents constantly, never say a negative thing about the game, only be positive, and it's like, wait, what? Like, when I grew up in arcades, no lie, it was this actual, like, hazing atmosphere, as if you were in college and people were hazing you, or like in a locker room at a high school. That's really what it was like in the fighting game community in its early inceptive days, before the days of Street Fighter 4, esports, sponsorships, and everyone making bank playing fighting games. So I grew up in a whole different...
Are you actually about to insinuate that the FGC are paid shills? Go on, Phil. Go full fucking throttle and just say the FGC are just fucking paid shills in it for a fucking paycheck.
Different generation that shit talk was common. No one would watch someone play a game and shit talk each other in a fighting game and then be offended at all. It never happened. Everyone was used to the shit talk. You had to be in line with it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I go ahead and I play a fighting game, and God forbid that I make a joke or I say that someone sucks and is a button masher. It's like, oh, that was so insanely disrespectful. What the fuck are you talking about?
So, Phil, first of all,
Burger.
we can take that. Second of all, just because you are doing a stream to the entire fucking internet to watch, if they decide to watch it, doesn't mean you can just fucking run your mouth and not have any consequences for fucking running your mouth. You have fucking complained and bitched and whined and cried several times in the fucking past about other people, not just in the FGC, but on the internet in general, on their own content, name dropping you. When other people name drop you on their content, you fucking throw a goddamn hissy fit. You fucking have a 20-minute fucking victim segment on your stream saying it's unfair for them to punch down on you. And yet here you are trying to fucking defend yourself from name dropping other people on your streams because it's not meant for them to hear. It was just meant for your audience and yourself only to hear. What sort of fucking logic is that, Phil? You can't have it fucking both ways.
Like, I don't even know who the person is who I'm playing, right? I have no knowledge of who the people are on the other side of the internet playing these games.
I have no knowledge in general.
I'm not making insanely hurtful personal insults about them and their character and their real life shit. I'm just saying their gameplay sucks, right? There's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. Everyone's always going to say, if you lose to someone, you got sour grapes about it, you're going to say they're a scrub, right? It's just a common thing. And the fact that in the FGC, this has become such a prominent thing now, oh God, you can't fucking make fun of others and stuff. It's like, what are you talking about, right? And of course, for me, I'm always under the microscope. God forbid that anyone else does it, it's fine. But if Darkside Phil does it, he shows up on the Scrub Quotes Twitter account, and all my detractors fucking redo it and get content out of it and stuff. It's like so stupid, right?
Shout out to Scrub Quotes, I guess, and also shout out to the fucking I love how I got stuck fucking in there for a second. I want to hear that again. Phil getting like, you know, breaking again. Phil.exe has stopped fucking talking properly.
Under the microscope. God forbid that anyone else does it, it's fine. But if Darkside Phil does it, he shows up on the Scrub Quotes Twitter account, and all my detractors fucking redo it and get content out of it and stuff. It's like so stupid, right? It's so dumb. That's not the nature of how it used to be in that community. You know what I'm saying?
So if you don't want anything to do with that community anymore, why can you not stop fucking name dropping them? Well, like, you fucking told them just to keep your name out their mouth. You have demanded that people in the FGC keep your name out their mouth. And yet you just can't stop fucking naming them. You can't stop name dropping them. You just cannot help yourself. And look at you fucking basking in the fucking glory days of when you fucking were a pertinent and prominent YouTuber. Fucking, like, you know, some people in your fucking stream probably weren't even fucking born when you were a top prominent fucking streamer on the fucking YouTube platform. Now, look at you fucking looking back on those days when you were successful, and look at you now. You pissed it all away, pissed it all down the drain because you failed to adapt, you failed to fucking grow, you failed to fucking, you know, get with the fucking times. You stayed in your fucking lane because it worked. You didn't try to fucking improve. You didn't try to fucking change the game. You didn't try to fucking, you know, just fucking think of how to fucking get bigger. You're happy to maintain and stay in that lane, and you get fucking you got left behind in the fucking dust. People like Justin Wong, they stream to fucking thousands of fucking people, and they fucking always get their characters. I'm pretty sure Justin Wong, like, got every single character of his to master. He probably even got somebody legendary, I imagine. I don't actually know, but yeah, every time, you know, Justin Wong fucking played that fucking game, it was usually, oh, I got him to like fucking master in, like, you know, 6 hours. Yeah, it's like usually by that stream, Justin Wong would fucking get to master just as easy as that. You got Maximilian, dude, who's also fucking kicking arse right now. All these fucking, you know, same people, same era. These people are from the same era of fucking gaming content and fighting game content at a time with Phil, and these guys are fucking thriving right now. Where Phil is fucking floundering and struggling and begging every day for fucking contributions just to fucking pay his basic ass bitch bills.
So, the thing that is about this, if I continue to play Tekken 8 casually, instead of I don't care about getting good at the game or whatever, and I play a new character every week, that's all well and good, but is that really enough? Is that enough to keep me interested? Is that enough to keep you guys interested? Because eventually we're going to get bored of just playing it at a casual level and just
You're boring me already. Let's go to 1.5 speed because this is boring the shite out of me.
Around with new characters, and essentially that's exactly what happens every time that I play a fighting game. I'll play it for like a month or two, and then I get bored and I just don't play it anymore, right? Like, for example, with Tekken 7, I think I played 4 or 5 characters, and Lily was my best character, and I got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm now at the point, the only way I'm going to improve is to study this game, to actually put time and effort into learning the meta. How do I parry? How do I learn the absolute perfect timing to keep hitting people, to do giant combos and the like, to mix them up? How do I get around? I need to know all the matchup knowledge for all these characters. And I even said it to the audience. I said, I feel like I've now hit the wall where I need to now treat this more seriously to get better. But at that point, and you know, this was many years ago when Tekken 7 had just come out, people were like, nah, that's enough. I was like, okay. And that's when we moved on. And I literally never played Tekken 7 again because people said that they wanted other stuff. Now, we're a different point now. You know, we're years later, and I actually got really good at Street Fighter 6. And for an extended period of 7+ months, I feel like the content got better and better. My gameplay got better and better, right? And the only reason really that I dropped Street Fighter 6 is because the game's stagnant now. Like, really, it's hit a level where...
No, you don't get away with this, Phil. You fucking tried to get away with it the other night as well, I fucking wouldn't let you then either. The only reason you're fucking dropping Street Fighter 6 is because you fucking got skill checked. You're at a fucking stage where your best fighters, the fighters you're best with, essentially, You're in master mode with them already. You fucking made it to master mode eventually through fucking trial and attrition and through time and grinding away. Eventually the game gave you fucking master mode, and all of a sudden you're paired with all these other master level fucking players who are kicking your ass non-stop. You're blaming the lag, you're blaming them abusing online tactics, or whatever. You're blaming the game developers, you're blaming everyone but yourself. But the simple truth of the matter is you cannot hang in master mode against most fucking players. You got to master mode, you got your shit kicked in regularly, you couldn't fucking handle it, so you stopped playing the game because all of a sudden it wasn't fun for you anymore because you couldn't fucking advance. You hit your fucking ceiling in progress. You could not fucking achieve, you getting beyond that fucking, you know, that ceiling you couldn't break through. No matter how hard you tried, no matter how much you tried to cheese fucking Blanca rolls and all that shit, or a fucking Honda dive or whatever, this fuck, oh, you done everything you could. You pulled out every cheese trick in the fucking book and it wasn't enough. Because people know how to... Good players in Street Fighter 6 know very easily how to fucking play you and beat you. It's as simple as that. They don't even have to be fucking... It doesn't need to be a pro. Piece of piece. Fucking mained Kami. And they have a positive win record against Phil. Piece of piece. Detractor. Phil Detractor. Welcome back, by the way, piece of piece, you know what I mean? Good to have him back. Mainly for selfish reasons. You know, piece of piece is back, so the tips trackers were not did it again. Hooray. There we go. So piece of piece is back. Yeah, popped in the stream the other night. But yeah, like Phil, you hit your ceiling, and the simple fact of the matter is that you just couldn't advance anymore, so you stopped playing the game. It wasn't. I'm not saying you weren't enjoying the game, but I think you realised that you weren't enjoying the fact that you weren't getting any better. It's like me playing Rocket League. Okay. I know a Rocket League example. I'm sorry, Prophet is another Rocket League example. I'm okay at the game, okay? I'm like a champ level player. There's like different ranks. There's like fucking gold and platinum, diamond, platinum champ, grand champ, and then fucking like supersonic legend. I am barely a champ, and I'm not going to like. I know that's basically my level right now, and I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Like, if it's just like I know I've had a ceiling there essentially, but unlike Phil, it doesn't necessarily matter to me if I get better in that game because I know where I'm lacking. It's a weird thing to explain. I play the game for fun, for example. You know, I'm not trying to fucking play. I'm a former pro, fucking fuck off. No, it's a fun fucking game. I'll say high level gameplay is fucking alright, but I know my limits and I know where my abilities lie. Like, I know I don't deserve to be higher, if that helps. I'm just explaining things. Phil believes he deserves to be higher. Phil believes he deserves the fucking top ranks in Street Fighter 6. Like, the ultimate fucking top ranks, you know, he believes he's better than most other players. His ego gets in the way of him seeing the reality of the situation where most other players at that level are comfortable playing them. So his ego gets in the way of fucking him seeing reality. Whereas me in Rocket League, I know I've hit my ceiling. I'm happy if I can maintain that and plateau that. I know there's things I can work on if I put time into it, but I don't really want to put time into it. But so yeah, Phil can't accept that, and that's why I stopped playing Street Fighter 6.
Nothing changing in it. It plays the same. Everyone's playing the same online. It's just an endless grind. The only way I would get better at the game is to play it 5-6 hours a day like the pros do, and I'm not going to do that. So it makes sense to move on to another game, which is what we're doing with Tekken. But the way I see it is like, I'm kind of damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. If I drop the game entirely, people will be upset and be like, dude, you played it for 2 weeks, why are you dropping it so early? If I play it and try to get better at it and try to reach a higher level of gameplay in it, which I very well could do, then I have to focus on 3 or 4 characters, and people are undoubtedly going to say, well, you always use the same characters, this is boring. If I try to learn every character on a casual level, I'm never going to get good at the game, and undoubtedly people are going to say, man, every time you play, you're only fighting scrubs, and you're not really getting any better, and this is boring, right? The way that I can make it spicy is to have the kind of commentary that I'm known for, but people find it inflammatory, people find it insulting, people find it uncouth of someone trying to make content on the internet to talk.
I love how it's like, it's only social. So basically, he knows his gameplay, regardless, is making people boring, is making people bored. And his one alternative idea solution to this problem is, how about I be my usual toxic ass self? And Phil's like, oh, you're not allowed to be toxic on the internet though, apparently. Yeah, Phil, no shit.
Talk shit now. So it's kind of like, so what do you do? Right? It's like no matter what content I do, everyone has an excuse for why it's no good. The high level stuff is too boring and samey and grindy. The casual play, you never get good and it gets repetitive and boring because you're only playing scrubs. Oh, well, if you talk shit during your commentary, that's entertaining, but also insulting and you're a horrible human. So it's like, all right, so what am I supposed to make then? You know what I mean? Like, it's funny because I've read the feedback. In the last 24 hours, a bunch of people have comments about this on my videos or reached out to me otherwise. And everyone's feedback is different. One person outright said the following. I'm not kidding. I'm paraphrasing, but this is outright what they said. The reason that people come and watch you play fighting games is because they want to see you get angry and toxic. They find it entertaining.
I mean, I don't think there's any... That's true. Look, numbers don't lie, okay? Let's be completely transparent here, Phil, okay? Let's just not even fucking pretend, you know, let's pretend for a second that I'm not a detractor and you're not a toxic piece of shit internet content creator, okay? Let's just look at sheer raw metrics and numbers, okay? Very quickly. So, wait, there we go. So, let's, here we have DSP tries at Memology 101. He clips many gameplay videos from Phil, including fighting games, okay? So here is fighting game content from DSP tries at Memology from a day ago. 16,000 views for an edited compilation of Phil being angry in Street in Tekken 8. It's an interesting thumbnail, it's got an interesting little subtitle to it, you know, it's got a Phil quote on the screen as well, it's eye-catching, you know what I mean? People click on that and think, yeah, this will be a good little summary about Phil's like 2-hour or 3-hour stream or whatever. They click that and watch it, 16,000 views, bish bash bosh. You look at Phil now, the exact same gameplay but in a raw format for Tekken. How are the numbers? Well, it's not looking good. 563 views, 397, 300. Why are these both identical views? 397, that's kind of strange. But yeah, it's like the 3 videos combined is barely over 1,000. And in the same time span, Memology had 16,000 views for his one edited 20-minute compilation. This is 3 hours of annoying bullshittery that people don't want to fucking sit through, or a 20-minute compilation summarising Phil's rage and salt. I mean, the numbers do not lie. People clearly would rather have the 20-minute summary. It's not even 20 minutes, it's 60 minutes. This is just simple. This is clear as day. This is not even like, oh, well, let's all laugh at Phil because of the detractor gets more views. This is why do you think he gets more views? Why do you think DSP tries at Memology gets more views? He takes the saltiest moments from your fucking bullshit streams, puts it in one simple compilation, and that is clearly what people want. Oh. People don't want just raw, lazy fucking, you know, oh, I'm going to hit record and provide. I'm not saying it, once again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with providing one, like, raw stream. Phil could leave his streams live. In public as well. If people want the raw format, they could do that. But and I just don't understand why. I'm not saying Phil has to edit. I'm saying Phil should get someone to edit for him for his channel. I don't think people want the raw gameplay content in this kind of format. Maybe it's an option as a live stream. I don't know. Fuck me, man. I don't know. I've made my point though. I've made my goddamn point. People would rather have edited versions of the gameplay than seeing the fucking unedited bullshit from Phil.
That's what got you noticed for Street Fighter 4 a million years ago. That's why the FGC resented you so bad.
Did Phil just say the word million? Interesting number.
Jesus! Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, 6 million. 6 million. That's a pretty interesting number, isn't it? 6 million. Well, guess what? You're wrong. It didn't happen. You're making it up. Right? You make that shit up. No, how about this? Banned. Gone. Forever. Because I don't put up with your fucking bullshit.
Now that was good. Now that was a fucking good one.
The boss being right.
I couldn't help myself. Phil said million. They didn't play it yesterday, for God's sake. I was getting withdrawals from not having played it. What can I say? It's too good not to. It's too good not to. Let's just crack on and go and get past this fucking boring ass Tekken bullshit. You know, please help me make more money spiel.
Because they couldn't get the views you were getting on the gameplay that they were putting out, and they thought, oh, our gameplay's way better than his, so why is he popular? People didn't understand that you were funny. They didn't like that, right? People like you when you're at your worst because it's funny to see you flip out with rage. So if you do that kind of stuff all the time, more people will show up and watch it. Like, yeah, but every time I do it, people complain that I'm toxic and I'm a jerk, and, you know, it's like, here's the thing, for me, there's got to be a balance. When I make content, there has to be a balance. And the balance has to be the following. I am enjoying what I'm doing and want to keep doing it. Okay? You enjoy what I'm doing and want me to keep doing it. And of course, the other thing is people actually show up to watch the content, engage with it, and support it. Those are the three factors. I like what I'm doing, you like what I'm doing, and it can be supported so I can make money and have a business out of it. Okay?
Well, Phil, first of all, you said business, so...
Burger.
There we go. Second of all, if 2 is happening, then 3 should happen organically. If 3 is not happening, then 2 is not happening appropriately. His 3 points was he enjoys it, the audience enjoys it, and also the audience gives him a shit ton of money. But if the support's not there financially, Phil, then that could mean that you're not doing enough to make the audience enjoy it.
Okay? Those are the 3 key factors to success here with my gameplay and business. Other people may be different, but that's the keys to success for me. All right? Now, very much, there's some of the time when that's not always true. Sometimes I'll be playing a game I hate, but you guys outright love watching me play it, and I will tough my way through it regardless.
Ballers get free, everyone.
Even if I don't like it. I mean, perfect example of that, Wolong Fallen Bullshit last year, whatever it was called. I did not like that game. I felt that game was a bad knockoff of a bunch of others. Bad execution, bad controls, bad graphics. Everything was fucked up about it. I didn't enjoy it, but I toughed through it because you guys wanted to see it. So there you go. Now, there's other cases where I like a game, but you guys don't like it that much. But because I'm enjoying it so much, I'll still go through with it. I call these kind of like pet projects or kind of the love letter games. Like if I'm playing Chrono Trigger, I realize that my mainstream audience doesn't love that. But I want to play because it's a game that's near and dear to my heart from my childhood. I want to make that playthrough so those who do care about me as a person can eventually watch it and see how much it meant to me and why, right? It'll never go popular, it'll never get giant views, but at least it's cool that I got to play through out of that last year. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you can make those exceptions. Sometimes you have to make that exception to put out content that's either meaningful to you or your audience or both. And it goes hand in hand that, you know, if you make that kind of content that's not always agreed upon on both sides, you got to balance it with stuff that people agree upon. So that way I can keep operating a successful business, right? So my question is, again, what to do with Tekken? Because people seem to be all over the place with it. Some people want to see me get better at the game. They say, all right, you know what? Pick 3-4 characters, focus on them, rotate between, get better, learn balance changes to the game. There was just a balance patch last night. They rebalanced Tekken 8. They made it so that June isn't as overpowered in the corner as she used to be. They made it so that she can't do the palm strike in a combo in the corner, which is good because it was so ridiculous how much she could do to you in the corner. They made it so Devil Jin's kicks aren't as good because they used to have insane range across the screen leading to a combo from almost anywhere, and they made it so now it's not as good. They made it so a lot of moves can be blocked and punished, which couldn't be before. Dragunov. I was saying, Dragunov seems way too strong because he's got these giant sweeping launchers that all then immediately lead to combos and are safe. So I guess they nerfed Dragunov. They made it so he can't just keep doing that you can punish a lot of those, right? So I gotta learn these changes, right? I do. This patch came out. I have to learn these changes if I want to get better at the game. I have to know now what's happened to these characters so I can take advantage of that knowledge, right? So, you know, I'm having a good time with the game. I'm liking getting. I had a good amount of fun yesterday or 2 days ago playing with Paul. That was fun because I was like, wow, I didn't use him since launch. A week and a half later, I jump in and I'm actually doing really good. I got combos. I'm learning strategies. I'm dominating in a lot of these matches, you know. And the way I see it, if I keep playing at a higher level, I will enjoy it to some extent. Now, will I hit the wall like I did with Street Fighter 6? I might. I might get to a point where this is the meta, and in order to get better, the only way I'm going to get better is to easily either find the optimal way to play the game online, which I don't think anyone even knows in Tekken right now. Like, a lot of people bought the game on PC and immediately found out the PC version isn't better. Like, with Street Fighter 6, the PC version is better. Everyone found ways to tweak it, so they have better input lag and shit. People who bought Tekken on PC are like, oh, so really it wasn't better. It's not. It's supposedly like an equal playing field right now, which is actually a good thing for the launch of a game like this.
Burger.
So, yeah, like, very well could hit the wall like I did at Street Fighter 6 and be like, well, the only way I'm going to get better now is to play this 5 hours a day. I'm not playing Tekken 8 5 hours a day. That's never going to happen, you know? At most, I'm playing it, what, twice a week? So, you get to that point. Now, if I play it casually, that's cool, but understand, I'm just not going to get better at it. I'll mess around and learn basic strategies with a few characters, but I'm probably never going to get to the point where I'm actually playing the game at any kind of a high level. It's just me messing around and always playing low-level people, you know, which I'm okay with, but probably it'll get boring within a few weeks and I'll drop it in a month or so, right? Like, that's what's destined to happen if you play a game like that. So, we need a decision. And right now, I'm kind of like on the fence about it. I really don't know what to do. So what I think I'm going to do for Friday Night Fights this week, I want to go back to King. I haven't used him now in a bit. And I'm going to study. I'm going to look at some matchup knowledge. I'm going to look at people doing videos about, like, I need to know what to do to punish with King. When someone does an unsafe move, how do I punish it after the fact? And does he have any good high-low mix-ups? I think he does, but I'm not aware of it. Like, I need to figure this stuff out. Once I figure that stuff out, because I know basic juggles. I know some of his good command throws. But I need to implement better...
Oh, did Phil just say juggle there?
I need to figure this stuff out. Once I figure that stuff out, because I know basic juggles.
Yeah, he said that counts. That counts. Basic juggle counts.
Burger.
Know some of his good command throws, but I need to implement better strategy with King. Okay, so I think I want to focus on that for at least Friday. For Friday Night Fights, it'll be like King on Friday Night Fights and see how it goes. But outside of that, I'm actually not sure what I want to do next in the game. Do I want to stick with Paul, King, June? Do I want to take on a new character? I have to think about it. And again, I want your feedback on this. So we'll see. All right, we'll see. And please continue to give me feedback because I need it. But yeah, I am kind of at a part where I need to make an important decision. and I'm not sure what the right choice is. I feel like no matter what choice I make, some people won't be happy.
I love how, like, so he wasn't getting the views, he wasn't getting support, he wasn't getting the engagement and the interactivity he desired from this game. That message to me is clear as day. The fans don't want to see him play Tekken. I was like, no, I want to play it. I'm going to keep playing it regardless. But you guys tell me how I can make the most money playing it. It's like, Phil, your audience they'd rather watch you play other games. They're not... maybe just save it for a night stream. How about relegate Tekken to fucking night streams? Or just once a week, with fucking your Friday night fight fucking shite. The audience don't want it, Phil.
Right? Okay, so that's what happened yesterday, anyway, on the podcast. Then we did Baldur's Gate 3, and Baldur's Gate 3 went really well. We're in Act 2, and we did a full exploration of the northeastern part of the Act 2 map. We finally got to Last Light, and that's where we are, where we're going to be picking up today. I've heard that there's a bunch of questing and stuff going on at Last Light that's important, and then we're going to probably do quests in the open world for the Last Light people, and then we're going to go to the morgue. That's next, which apparently leads into the end game of Act 2 once you go to the morgue. Not the morgue, the mortuary, excuse me. The mortuary is what I meant to say. Last night, we played Pal World. Had a great time with it. Every time we play Power World, it's a relaxing, fun time. Last night, notably, we took on the first boss again and beat it this time. I was happy to conquer the first boss this time, because the first time I fought the first boss, he kicked my butt, but this time I went in there ready. I had a better crossbow that did way more damage. I brought the correct pals with me that were leveled up, and they were dealing massive damage to it. So we did it. We took it on and beat it. In addition, we explored a ton of the map and got a lot of upgrades and things, so it went really, really well. I had a good time with it, and I'm very excited to play more once a week when we play it, you know? So please give it a look. Thanks to those who attend the Pal World streams. It went good, okay? Today, more Baldur's Gate 3 as we continue on, again, in Last Light and then further into Act 2. Tonight on the late stream, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and this is an important stream. We're in Chapter 4. We're in the Barracuda's base in the District 9 area of the game, and we're going to just basically go through all of that tonight. From what I understand tonight, we should get through the entire part of Chapter 4 and finish it. It'll lead us into Chapter 5 when the game really starts to open up. Because in Chapter 5 is when you get the job system, where now you can switch your characters between different jobs and they change their abilities and their appearance. This is really when the combat gets great. And
the fuck would you know about getting a fucking job?
So when I can start playing as the NFL player, which I'm actually excited to try out because I got that as part of the deluxe version of the game. So, tonight, really awesome night in Like a Dragon. I hope you'll come by 6:45 p.m. Pacific time and enjoy the story with me. I'm off from streaming tomorrow. I won't be around. Likely, I know I have to run a lot more errands tomorrow than I did last week. Last week was like a super short week where I ran off for like an hour, came home and had a lot of time with my wife. Sadly, this week, I got a lot of stuff I got to do. I got to go to the pet store. I got to go to the liquor store to see what liquor I can get for the marathon on Saturday. Still got to do grocery shopping and the like. So a lot more to do. But I'm going to try to spend some time, obviously, with my wife, maybe some more Tekken 8, we'll see. And it should be a good day. Then, on Friday, more Baldur's Gate 3. And I'm curious, for those who've played this game, do you know how close I am to the end of Act 2? Because we got Last Light today, and then whatever that leads us to. We've got the mortuary, right? Outside of that, I don't know what else is left in Act 2. People were saying if you do the mortuary after that is like the end of Act 2. I'm wondering if we can actually get into Act 3 within the next couple of weeks, because then you're in at least the end of the game. And I feel like if we get to that point, and then when Final Fantasy VII Rebirth comes out, that's absolutely going to be the major focus on my streams. I know it is. That game's going to have a lot of hype behind it. Everyone's going to want to see it. I'm dying to play it way more than Remake, because now I know it's a new plot line, open world, new elements that weren't in the original game. I'm very excited for this game, okay? So, what I'm wondering is, if we can get into Act 3 of Baldur's Gate by the time Final Fantasy comes out, at least then it'll feel like we got really far and we can more casually play the game, all right? Because I would say when we beat all of Act 1, the momentum was there to go into Act 2, and then I didn't play it for the week. People were upset. Now I played it again, and we're getting good progress. So that's what I'm thinking. I really want to beat Act 2, say within the next week to 2 weeks, so that way we can feel like we're in the home stretch of the game once we hit Act 3. Okay? But anyway, yeah, so more Baldur's Gate 3 on Friday. Friday night will be Friday Night Fights Tekken 8, probably with King, to get better with King. Saturday is the big marathon event, which I'm calling my Super Bowl Bash. And now we're starting to formulate a lot more what we'll be doing during this event. Number one, I'll be dressed up in NFL attire all day long. I have 3 jerseys to swap between. I have a helmet to wear. I have other things to take out, like little props and things. There'll be booze. What kind of booze? I don't know. Maybe I'll have some hard liquor. Maybe I'll have some beer. We'll see. I'll try to figure out what I want to get to drink during the show. There will be food. My wife has already found an awesome recipe for a dip that she's going to make. But outside of that, we're not sure what else. She's going to make at least 1, if not 2 more dishes that we'll be eating over the course of the day. That'll be awesome. Now, you guys said you want gameplay, you're going to get gameplay. The first piece of gameplay you're going to get, Madden 24, simulated match of the Super Bowl, Kansas City Chiefs versus San Francisco 49ers, and I'll commentate on it. That'll be pretty neat. Commentating on this AI match and see what Madden thinks who will win the Super Bowl, right? That'll be cool. Number 2, we're going to do a couple of hours of Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Why? Because number 1, I need to make maximum progress in the game this week to try to unlock Dondoko Island. And number 2, because I should unlock the NFL player on Saturday. So I can play as an NFL player in the game during the NFL Super Bowl Marathon. Kind of makes sense. Kind of a timely thing, right? That's cool. But also, you guys have had other ideas of stuff to do. One of the ideas that came up was, why don't I try this new Foam Stars game that just came out on PlayStation Plus? Now, for those who aren't aware, Foam Stars is a game that basically looks like a knockoff of Splatoon. Apparently, people who are playing it are like, it totally is Splatoon with a few tweaks. It's not exactly like Splatoon, but absolutely, it's Splatoon. Like, that to a T, that's what they were going for. They were copying this game. So I have a little bit to say about Foam Stars, so we'll talk about it now. We might as well, okay? So, people who played Foam Stars, all right, Well, first of all, here's something that was kind of interesting. Foam Stars released yesterday, but they did a launch event for it. Okay. And when they did this launch event, they did something completely different than what you would expect. They actually hired small-time content creators to go to the launch event of Foam Stars. They didn't hire big-time people and pay them insane amounts of money. Like, they didn't hire fucking giant streamers to go there. They just hired, like normal-level people.
How do you know how much money they got, Phil?
And although I appreciate that, because I think that that's a cool way to approach it, getting normal people like you and me to play the game and tell their real opinions on it, it didn't really get much traction. Like, if you look at the Foam Stars launch party that they did...
It makes you fucking wonder why they fucking get these big, massive mega stars in to promote fucking games. Like, I'm so fucking glad that they fucking hired all these small-time people that most people haven't fucking heard of. But it didn't get much fucking traction. Oh my fucking god. This person apparently has a business degree. And it's like, Phil, you just fucking explained why it didn't get much fucking traction. Because they didn't get big, massive fucking stars to fucking promote the goddamn game and try and hype up some more. Yeah, credit to the fucking developers for getting these, like, smaller names or whatever to promote shit, but Phil, what did you expect would happen?
People who tweeted about it, who got paid to be there, they get like 50 likes on their post. They got like, 100 retweets. It's like, wow, that's like almost no reach on Twitter. Like, that's not social media like they were hoping for, I'm sure. I'm sure when they did this event, they didn't do it so that 100 people would know about Foam Stars. So, it didn't really do much, and that's why I was saying yesterday, it was weird that Foam Stars had come out, but I hadn't heard anything about it. Like, there was no buzz on social media about it yesterday at all. It wasn't until people actually got their hands on it yesterday that started talking about it. So I've seen some footage of it, and it's not very impressive, just to be honest. And people were talking about it. I mean, the overall opinion on it is basically this. Meh. It's not terrible, but it's not good. The major problem people are having is finding enough people to play a solid game. Like, people keep matching up and either can't find a full team or they find it and it's laggy as shit because no one's playing it. Like, it's basically kind of dead on arrival. So those who are playing it are saying it's not that bad. The graphics are decent on PS5 and it's fun, but again, I think it's variations on Splatoon. And it's funny because you would think that if it's a free for PS Plus game and so many people have PS Plus to have online play for their games, that it would be a no-brainer, people would be playing it. But what's actually happened, I feel, at least from what I'm seeing on social media, is that something's been exposed that a lot of people have been saying for years, but a lot of people don't want to listen to, and they always say, oh, no, that's not true. And what's happened is this game's formula has been exposed. What do I mean by that? Here's what I mean. Splatoon is a popular game. It is. Splatoon is only a popular game because it's a Nintendo exclusive.
I'm not entirely sure I agree with that sentiment.
If Splatoon was a cross-platform game, no one would care. But because it's a Nintendo exclusive, the Nintendo Force fanboys go out there and buy the shit out of it, make memes about it, put them all over social media, play the game constantly, have tournament leagues of it, because they feel like this is something for them.
Wouldn't that mean this? If Phil's logic is to be believed, wouldn't every single Nintendo exclusive game always dominate the gaming charts? In some places. Not every Nintendo game's a goddamn banger, Phil. Not every Nintendo exclusive is fucking a top seller. Like, it's just people enjoy playing Splatoon. It's like it's a basic kind of formula, but it was a very appealing formula. They've done it very well.
Something that's part of their culture and their community, and therefore they absorb it, right? They accept it, they absorb it, they buy it, they share it. It's special. But the moment that gameplay now is no longer Nintendo exclusive, and it's on another competitor's console, no one really cares. Right? Same thing with...
I mean, I don't understand Phil's fucking logic here, I really don't.
Burger.
5
a lot of games
That's concerning.
here, right? With, for example, a lot of these first-party Nintendo titles, if you think about the first-party Nintendo titles, why are they really special and prominent? Well, it's because they're always on a Nintendo console. It's the Nintendo IP attached to it that gives it that level of prominence, right? That's why you think people like I played Splatoon 1. I thought Splatoon 1 was a decent game. I did. I liked it a lot. And then within a few weeks I got bored because I was like, why do they limit you to certain game modes and maps? It doesn't make sense. And the answer was because they were padding their game. They knew that the game had limited content, and by timing the times that you could do modes and maps, they would limit the amount you could play at a time so you couldn't get bored that fast because you were actually gauged and limited on what you could play. It was stupid, but it actually fooled people into thinking the game had more to it than it had. When Splatoon 2 came out, I skipped it entirely, and some people gave me shit for it, and I was like, but why? It looks the same as the first game. Splatoon 3 came out 2 years ago. Once again, I was going to skip it, and people were like, no, you should absolutely play it. You need to buy it and play it, because it's a Nintendo exclusive, it's Switch, you don't do that many games. You'll be doing a disservice if you don't play it. I bought it and played it, and within 1 week, all the viewers were bored and demanded I stop playing it. And I wasn't even bored of it yet. I was still, learning it and enjoying it, and everyone told me, just stop playing it, move on, it sucks. So I did. So if anything, if you're not in that very, I hate to say it, exclusive Nintendo fanboyish mindset community, a lot of the content that becomes the most prominent on Nintendo consoles, it's just not that good. I don't think Splatoon is anything that special. It's good, it's addictive, but it's not like, oh my god, it's a must play, you absolutely must enjoy this game. I don't believe that at all. Alright? I never did. Even Splatoon 1, I said the same thing. It's been 3 iterations, it's the same game 3 times. And they, you know what I mean? So now their competitor has made essentially the same game. It's out for a day and a half and people are like, meh, right? Well, why is it meh when it's the same game that you already praised? Oh, because it's not on Nintendo. Well, they're...
Well, and by that very fucking logic, then why is Mortal Kombat not as good as fucking Street Fighter? They're both fighting games. The aim of the game is to try and fucking beat the other fucking player online in a fighting fucking game. The games, oh my god, this is so fucking dumb. This is such a fucking dumb segment. It hurts.
your answer. You're not a fan of Splatoon, you're a fanboy of Nintendo. That's why you think Splatoon's good. Anyway, that being said, people have said, asked, would I check out Foam Stars on Saturday? I leave that totally in your court. The ball's in your court. If you want to see me do that on Saturday, I'm open to trying it. You know, it's a free download. I have PS Plus. I'm not against giving it a shot and seeing if it's something that is worth playing. Maybe we'll just do it the once and that's it. We never play it again. I mean, if it really does play exactly like Splatoon, then I don't know why I would even want to really play as much. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So let's see. I guess unless you don't want it, in which case we don't play it. It's totally up to you guys. I'll leave that as an option. Maybe during the marathon event, I'll poll or we'll ask and we'll see what people want or whatever. Okay, but that's, I think that would be make the most sense of a time to try it would be the day when I'm already doing big variety during this bash. That would be the time to check it out. And then, definitely one thing that I think I want to do during that event is some Call of Duty multiplayer. For those who aren't aware, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 Season 2 launched right now. Like, literally right now. So what it's supposed to be is retweaking of the game, and it's different, gameplay elements, like making them better and more balanced. New maps supposedly added. I don't know how many, but supposed to be new maps and other things. So if I'm going to play Modern Warfare 3, it would make sense to do it during this event to check out that new stuff. And, you know, if I have a few...
Is him pointing at the graphic the same as him pointing at text on the screen? Pointing at text usually involves him pointing down the way towards, you know, the super chats and the tips and all that shit. Him pointing at the banner, is it the same thing, do you think? If it is, I'll tick it. I'll let you guys decide. Choritain says yes. Yun53 says yes. Fuquidifuni says there's text on the graphic. Colleen says yes. There's text on the back. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Burger.
Pretty comprehensive. Okay.
Drinks in me and we're playing casually, we're having fun. I'm going ham with dual handguns or something silly, maybe a melee weapon. I think it's going to be a lot more fun and interesting. So I think that makes sense. So guaranteed this Saturday, I would say the simulated Super Bowl, game, Like a Dragon Infinite Well, and probably some Call of Duty. If you want to see Foam Stars, if you want to see me play some Tekken, if you want to see me maybe go on, do a random session of Street Fighter, whatever it may be, I would be open to that too. I just need to know what it is that you guys want to see. You know, let me know. And we'll go from there. All right, but I think it's going to be a nice, laid-back, chill event. It's not going to be anything ultra serious. It's not going to be anything that we have to be so important. Oh my God, he absolutely must do this, this, and this during the event. It's not that serious of a deal. It's more supposed to be a relaxing day together outside of the realm of what I usually do on my streams. And just being very honest here, last month I lost out on a ton of income.
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
No! Because of troll activities. These memberships, which the trolls gave away for free, that should not have been given away for free like that, and I got nothing for it, okay? A lot of people now have free memberships, and obviously because of that, haven't paid for their membership, and I lost out on a lot of income as a result. This Saturday, if you come by the Super Bowl Bash and support the stream, that would help a lot to get me back to the level I should be at. Notably...
And Phil said help about fucking time.
Burger.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
Tips would make a lot of sense because tips I get right now, and what's going to happen is this month when I get paid by YouTube, it's going to be way less than what I usually make, and that's going to hurt me when it comes to things like paying bills. So tips would be great because I could use those right away this month to pay the bills and fill in the gaps for the way less income I'm going to get as a result of this malicious activity against me and the channel, all right? So...
imagine gifting Phil a whole bunch of memberships and that hurts his fucking channel. That logic doesn't make a whole lick of sense, does it? Nobody took money away from Phil. Nobody fucking reached into Phil's wallet and denied him fucking money. He was gifted a whole bunch of Argentinian memberships and Phil made probably roughly about 80 odd bucks on those gifted Argentinian style memberships. Phil was hoping for $1,000, so he's got a lot less money, especially since he fucking squandered a whole bunch of it in WWE Champions. So, Phil, you weren't... The one, I still maintain the one big question Phil should be asking himself is this. Why did the people that... why didn't they contribute any other way? Those people you were expecting money from, you know, from gifted memberships for example, why did they not give you money in an alternative manner? If they're really your fans, you think they would have supported you some other way because you're always reminding your audience of the many, multiple ways they can support you and your channels. Not channel, but channels, multiple fucking plural channels. And there's also things outside your channels like fucking tips and there's Patreon and all that garbage as well. They didn't do it, Phil. So why is that?
Please consider, if you're someone who was going to get a membership this month, and then you didn't because you got one for free, please consider contributing this coming Saturday during the event. Okay? Fair enough. So that's coming up on Saturday. I'm very excited for that. Sunday, we're back to our normal React day schedule, where it's DSP versus the internet on the first stream, and then I'm going to play more Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth on the late stream. Monday is going to be Tekken 8, and I believe we'll do Pal World. Tuesday will be Baldur's Gate 3 and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and the whole point here is playing Like a Dragon tonight, Like a Dragon on Saturday, Like a Dragon on Sunday, Like a Dragon on Tuesdays, that hopefully, by then, we will unlock the Dondoko Island, which is the Animal Crossing Disney Dreamlight Valley style sim mode in Like a Dragon. And the reason I want to unlock that is because I want to do my first ever co-op gameplay stream with my wife Kat on Valentine's Day. We've talked about it all week. We're hyped, and my wife's like, yes, please try to unlock the mode. I would love to do that with you on Valentine's Day night. That would be a really nice way to spend the night together, you know, doing that. So the thing is, I have to unlock it. I have to get to that point, which means I have to play a lot of the game to get to chapter 6. Right now we're in chapter 4. We might beat chapter 4 tonight. Chapter 5 is this whole chapter where the game opens up, the job system opens up, there's tons of more content, but I have to get through that to get to chapter 6 and unlock Dondoko so we can do it together on Tuesday night. So fingers crossed, hoping for the best. If everything goes according to plan, we're going to do that night. So that would be that Wednesday night, February 14th. Late night stream will be our very first ever cooperative gameplay stream here on DSP Gaming. Really cool. Okay? Cool. So that's the schedule. Okay, we talked about Tekken 8. The other thing I want to talk about today before we get to shoutouts. Yesterday, I asked for your feedback over on DSP Throwback. What feedback? Well, I wanted to know what games would you like to see me react to, all right, when it comes to the new Retro React series that I'm doing as an every other week stream on DSP Throwback. So far, we've done Red Dead Redemption 1, and we've done Dark Souls 1, and those went really well. Those streams, you know, the people who were there were really engaged and attentive and supportive and loved it and cannot wait for more. So I asked for some suggestions. So I did get some interesting suggestions, all right? Number one, absolutely everyone wants Heavy Rain in the mix. Everyone was like, man, Heavy Rain was this close to winning this last week. Absolutely, we want this in the mix as an option. All right, so Heavy Rain, 100% will be an option. Another interesting option that people came up with that I had totally forgotten about. How about this one? You ready for this one? Indigo Prophecy. Does anyone remember what Indigo Prophecy is? That was the first game ever that Quantic Dream made. And that was a special playthrough that I did as a Halloween playthrough in 2010, I want to say. And people really liked that playthrough because the game looks like shit. Okay, it does. It looks terrible. But it's funny. It is so goofy and funny. At first, it starts super serious with like a gory murder. And then all of a sudden, it's like these weird things going on. By the end of the game, there's fucking aliens and shit. It's the weirdest game. But for me to go back and actually comment on it again would be pretty neat. I think to look at my old gameplay of it and do commentary would be pretty entertaining. So I would say right now, okay, the prime candidates would be more Dark Souls, Heavy Rain, or Indigo Prophecy. All right. Now I'm looking for a fourth option, and some people are saying Fallout 3. And here's the thing: like I love Fallout 3, but I don't know if we can do it. We'd have to research it and see if those first like it has to be about 2.5 hours of gameplay that's not going to have that copywritten radio music on it. Because if we play that, I'm telling you right now, the stream's going to end up getting muted as well as the videos. Like that music has been claimed, blocked, and just fucked beyond belief on YouTube. I know how stupid that sounds. It shouldn't be like that, but YouTube is just dumb as hell. So anyone who played Fallout 3 and had the radio on gets screwed over. And I'm almost sure that in my first playthrough I had the radio on. You know? So I'm not sure how that would work. You know? I would love to commentate on my original Fallout 3 playthrough, but I don't know if we would be able to. And see if it's... Again, I'll tell you this. I really don't...
You know, I guess what I never used once playing Fallout 3? The radio. I played that before Christmas. I think it was epic. They were giving away a whole bunch of free games before the Christmas periods, you know, like a free game every day or something like that, or a free game every week or so, whatever it was. But yeah, I think it was Dashy told me about it, you know, so I thought, okay, I'll check out Fallout 3. I played Fallout 4 after all, I enjoyed that. So yeah, I got Fallout 3, really enjoyed the game. I played the game a fair bit, you know what I mean, in my spare time. Not once did I dabble with the radio. It is not necessary, Phil. I enjoyed the game tremendously without having to touch the fucking radio. So yeah, Phil could just turn this radio off and he would still probably get to enjoy it. But yeah, it's so dumb.
Care that much about the ad revenue. I don't. It's at most, I'll probably make, you know, a couple, dozen bucks on ad revenue on these videos. It's not that big of a deal to me. But I don't want the videos muted. If the video's muted, there's no point in making the video. It's so stupid that YouTube does that. That, oh, we're gonna fucking block your content now unless you edit the audio out. And it's like, I hate you. Like, why can't you just abide by the law? Why do you make your own fucking rules up? It baffles me.
Is there a fucking website? Is there a fucking platform they're free to fucking have whatever rules they fucking desire to... If you cannot comply with their rules on their website, get the fuck off their website. Also, yeah, I must... This freeze frame, this pause... This is just... I don't know if I have any words for this. I don't know what I'm looking at right now. Is there a term for this face? let me... This is nightmare fuel. This face is nightmare fuel. Jesus Christ, man. Let me just yeet that towards my members. I'm fucking have fun with that. That's a... I don't know. Fucking hell, man. I'm actually... That freaks me out looking at this. Is this what Phil would look like with Botox? Is this what his face is like when it's flat and no wrinkles in it and down, you know, from the cheeks downwards? What's going on here? What the hell? I'm sure Tacozilla and Meester and all that will have a field day with that particular freeze frame, but god damn.
It does. It drives me nuts. So, I'd be interested in Fallout for sure. I would. But we would have to find a way or confirm that it would be alright. At least for like the first 2.5 hours, because usually these streams last about 2 to 2.5 hours. We'd have to be sure that that was okay. So I don't know if we'd have to go back and watch the original playthrough, see is it listenable? I guess what I could try to do is go back and find the original playthrough and see, what restrictions were placed on the videos. I'm almost positive that those videos were blocked and muted in a ton of territories because of the music, I'm just curious. I know I replayed Fallout 3 on this channel.
Bruh.
Here it is. 2014 was the last time that I played Fallout 3.
Shut up, bitch!
So I actually replayed Fallout 3 in direct capture. I did. I didn't even remember that I had done that. March of 2014 I did this. How do I not remember that? That's remarkable. I don't recall that at all. Does anyone remember me replaying it in 2014? I don't. I literally don't. Here, I'm going to try to go to the earliest parts. Now, if I remember correctly, I didn't have the radio on for that playthrough. Oh, I played it all through 2013. Here we go. I'm checking the playthrough right now. Wow, I actually played that game throughout the entire year of 2013. Oh, yeah, here we go. Blocked, partially blocked. Let me check on this. Cannot be watched or monetized in certain countries. What countries? Russia. Well, I'm really going to disappoint my Russian fans. If I watch Fallout 3, those poor Russians, they're going to be so upset that they can't watch my retro react to Fallout 3. Oh, man. This one is all screwed up. Yeah, wow, entire parts are missing. Look at this. Wow, yeah, all these parts are missing. So I can see right now, I see what happened. A lot of these parts got blocked, and I had to edit them to cut out the parts that were making it so they could not be viewed on YouTube. I'm staring at it right now. Oh, man, this fucking site is shit. Is it Russia?
You're shit.
Russia again, this one? It is. Yeah, it looks like it was the earlier parts, too. Yep. So here's the deal. When you're in the bunker, which is the beginning of the game, it doesn't play any of the music. I'm looking. We're at like 6 to 7. Okay, I started having problems with the playthrough when we got to the first town. Yeah. In this playthrough, this is the 2013 playthrough, May of 2013. So very old. 11 years old was the last time I played the game. Part 7. So that's only like after the first hour. I started playing the music, and immediately it was getting blocked. Yup.
Well, you would play the fucking music, wouldn't you?
For this song. Yup, for this song here. Butcher Pete Part 1. What the fuck is Butcher Pete Part 1? I have no clue. Jazzy Interlude. It got, blocked and claimed for Jazzy Interlude. So, yeah. So, basically, we'd be watching, if we're doing this stream, this Retro React stream, it would basically be about, if it's like 2.5 hours, that'd be like 12, like around 15 parts. Just in the first 15 parts of my Fallout 3 playthrough from 2013, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the first 15 parts were either blocked, muted, or claimed for copyright. Now, did I have the radio on? That I don't know. And by the way, we would not be watching my playthrough from 2013. We'd be watching my original playthrough over on the Dark Side Phil channel. Okay? How fucking annoying, man. Seriously. Well, that's something to think about. What I'd have to do, I guess what I'd have to do is go to the original Dark Side Phil channel and actually like skim through the first few parts, because that's the playthrough people want, the original. You don't want to see the 2013 redo. You want to see my original playthrough from way back in the day, right? So, I would have to look into it and see if it's viable. So I would say right now, Dark Souls 1, Heavy Rain, Indigo Prophecy, top 3 suggestions. I'm sure people are going to give me more suggestions in the next week, because what I'd like to do is over next week run the poll to have people vote on what playthrough would be the next retro replay, because it's not going to be Sunday coming up, it's going to be the Sunday after that we're going to do the next retro replay stream, okay? Dan the Man says you should make a channel where you react to your older gameplay videos. Dan, have you checked out the DSP Throwback channel?
Okay, I was going to say this fucking guy clearly doesn't have a whole lot of fucking intellect, but then again, this is the same person that throws Phil $50-odd tips, so yeah. The guy is clearly lacking the mental faculties to fucking understand how to function properly.
I know you did, because you were over there the other day and you actually contributed to the stream. So I'm well aware that you know of the stream that I did there. That's kind of one of the points of the channel. Dr. Kinnison says, I vote for Bioshock for the Retro React. Bioshock. I did 2 playthroughs of Bioshock. I remember the original one, and I remember doing the next, I did it again in the collection, the HD collection that came out. Yeah. Alright, interesting. Thanks for that feedback. I will keep taking feedback, and I will gather that together and make a poll of 4 games next week for people to vote on and determine the next Retro React, so thank you for that. Alright, I think it's time for us to start doing shoutouts, shall we? Let's begin. So we start today with Joker question mark, who did a super chat and says, have you swallowed the black pill, and if not, why? I don't know what that is. I've heard of the red pill and the blue pill. I've not heard of a black pill, so I don't know what you're talking about. But thank you, Joker, for the first super chat of the day, or I should say Joker for the first super chat of the day, because there's a question mark. There you go, right? Cool. Alright, excellent. First tip of the day is Easy Peasy 91 did a $5 tip. First tip of the day. Let's get an animation. Let's see what Easy Peasy's take is. By the way, if you're wondering why I look so bright today, it's because it's so sunny outside that sun is still coming through my blinds, even though they're down. I'm gonna try to close them even further, but I think that's as far as they close.
In case people are wondering, he's not wearing his Zelda jammies as far as I can tell. I go full screen so you can see, but I don't think he's wearing his Zelda
Yeah, I can't
jammies.
do it more than that. The sun is so bright, it's like in my face. Okay, so Easy Peasy 91 says the following.
Yeah, Phil, the sun is bright. It's a fucking star, for fuck's sake. It's a big massive ball of fucking gas. You know, it lights up our entire fucking planet. No shit, the sun's so fucking bright.
I think your hate watchers are actually the ones telling you to play peacefully and professionally, instead of just being yourself, at least in fighting games. They tell you that because they want you to be boring and get less views. I've seen you play fighting games, and lots of times I can tell you're upset and want to say something, but you hold back because of viewers. You're actually...
I wouldn't agree with that at all. Look, the fact of the matter is, the more Phil rages, the more we can fucking point and laugh at him. But we don't have any influence on how Phil behaves, at least in like games, usually. Do we live rent-free in his fucking head? Abso-fucking-lutely. Evil AJ's in there, Tevin's in there, even Darcy the Flow's in there. I rock back and forth on the X and Y axis. That tune is in Phil's head now as well. He's got a fucking penthouse suite himself in that fucking oddly shaped head of Phil's. So yeah, I mean, we definitely live rent-free in his head, but I don't think we have that big an impact on... And we certainly don't try and want Phil to be boring. But a boring Phil isn't worth making content about. Let me rewind it just so you can get a full context of that.
Your hate watchers are actually the ones telling you to play peacefully and professionally, instead of just being yourself, at least in fighting games. They tell you that because they want you to be boring and get less views. I've seen you play fighting games, and lots of times I can tell you're upset and want to say something, but you hold back because of viewers. You're actually at your best when you're natural and funny, which can mean rage and swearing. That's like, so what? It's a fighting game. I used to play Tekken with friends in real life, and we would shit on each other. That's the whole fun of it. Don't let people dictate how streams go. You're definitely at your best when you're going all out and funny and raging. I'm pretty sure those who say otherwise are the ones who want to see you fail.
I mean, technically the guy's just telling Phil, be yourself, which is sound advice. Really, nobody wants to see somebody fake it on the internet like Phil does. Phil for the last several years has his mask on, which he's so scared of having to slip off in case the absolute unfiltered, the slave trade, for example. That slave trade comment was the fucking raw, natural Phil. The mask had slipped off because of the money high, and so Phil went and just said what came to his fucking mind naturally, and he was his usual racist self. So yeah, the audience, this member suggestion here, or audience suggestion thing, in theory, for Phil, it's sound advice: just be yourself. Don't pretend to be someone else, and let people like that or hate that if they want. Phil can't afford to be himself. Like literally, he cannot afford to be himself.
I guess the question is, what is acceptable and how far is too far, right? Really? Like, that's the question. And I don't have an answer for that. Because when I'm in the heat of the moment and I'm upset at a fighting game, and if I really feel like someone did not know what the hell they were doing and got lucky and beat me, I get legitimately heated. Like, legitimately upset. But the difference is, so if I if I am playing a fighting game and I lose to like lack of character knowledge, like I'm doing a lot in Tekken, I actually don't get as upset. I'm like, darn, damn, I lost exactly to 100% of character knowledge because I don't know what that character is capable of. I don't know that their high-low mix-up looks like that, so I can't defend, I can't get out of the way, and you know, I actually usually don't get upset about that. What I get upset about is if I feel like someone sucks and is just mashing buttons and they get away with stuff. There's some characters in Tekken right now. Law is one of them. I think Jin is one of them, where you can just, when someone's knocked down, you can run up and start mashing buttons and you track them. So if they try to get up, you can get lucky and just get another stupid hit, a counter hit, at least with another grounding and another juggle. It's like, you didn't earn that. You just ran up and mashed buttons and hoped for the best and got lucky with another hit. You didn't time that. You didn't know what you were doing, right? And that frustrates me. I do feel like there's certain characters in Tekken that are just easy mode characters. Like, they're meant to be that way. And that's fine. Like, that's since the days of the early Tekkens. Like I said, Tekken 3, Eddie Gordo was the dawn of that. Like, they wanted to make an easy mode character that people could go smash and feel like they know how to play a fighting game. And it's always continued. Throughout the years with Tekken, there's always been a handful of characters like that where you just mash the buttons and get away with stupid shit. And again, it's on me to lose. I'm losing to that because I don't have the character knowledge to stop it. If I play more Tekken, I'll learn that. I'll learn the mashing bullshit and I won't get caught by it anymore. I'll punish it, right? I'll actually start parrying and getting the fuck out of my face and then doing giant, punish combos after, which would be great. But I need to get to that point. I'm definitely not at that point right now. I'm nowhere near it, you know? But no, I understand what you're saying, easy peasy. I don't know. It's hard to figure out, like, what's the balance, because I can't just say whatever I want. I can't be, like, super duper personally insulting.
So, yeah, what he wants to be, he can't be. His natural state of being is a toxic piece of shit. And he literally cannot afford to be that on YouTube. Like, he wants to fucking be more salty, he wants to be more toxic, he wants to be more honest. And he can't afford to be because he knows it's going to annoy and frustrate and potentially alienate his audience.
To every person I play. At the same time, I should have the ability to criticize and say things about someone's gameplay if I feel that it's inferior. But what's the happy medium between the two? At what point do you try to be entertaining but not insulting? Right? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Back in the day, this wasn't a concern. Back in the day when I played Street Fighter 4, anything went. You could say whatever the hell you wanted and no one cared and people laughed and you got popular for it. I was known as the toxic Street Fighter 4 guy and it got me ridiculous.
You still are.
Ridiculous amounts of attention on YouTube back in the day. Now, you try to play Street Fighter 6 that way, and everyone hates you. Everyone on the internet, oh, you're a piece of shit, you're a toxic fuckface. You put them on fucking scrub quotes and all that. It's like, I'm not doing anything different.
He is so obsessed with scrub quotes. My God. His obsession with scrub quotes is incredible. He is not going to let that go. When's the last time Phil even featured on scrub quotes? Like, if we search fucking scrub quotes on Twitter right fucking now. Search scrub. No, that's not right. Let me fucking type. Scrub quotes. I don't even fucking. Where is fucking scrub quotes? Scrub quotes X. Is that the account? I don't even know. Was he on there yesterday? I don't even know if I've got the right fucking accounts listed here. I may have fucking typed in the wrong thing. Is it just this top one? Scrub quotes, scrub quotes, scrub quotes. Where's Phil? Any sign of DSP on scrub quotes? Shit. Is this the right account? I'm pretty sure it's the right account. I think it is anyway. So I'm trying to see any sign of DSP. Oh, there's something here. That being said something. When he clicked what Phil said about Justin Wong, and scrub quotes picked up on that. That was a few days ago. So yeah, this is what that being said. So Phil had like this old. So let's look at full context here. This is from August 2008. Justin Wong Cope is my favourite variety. In this excerpt, he admits Justin has won more fighting game events than any other person in the United States, but won't agree that he's the best in every game he's won and complains that Justin abuses weaknesses to win. Sound good? And Phil says, let's start over. Justin won XSF. Justin has won more fighting game events than any other person in the USA. Maybe he's won more now in the world? I don't know. But is he the best in every game he's won? I have to say, fuck no. Whoops, sorry. I clicked off screen. Seems to me it's more like he's abusing the weaknesses of every game than actually learning the games. Find the fault and turn it into your advantage to make money. That's not what I call the best player at all. If you said Justin Wong was a Donald Trump of fighting games, I might agree, but considering he takes shortcuts to win, I cannot ever admittedly say he is the best. So, and that being said, quoted this Phil quotes and just shared it again like fucking 20, well, as I say, like 15 years later. Almost 20 years later. And yeah, scrub quotes picked up and it said Justin Wong was a Donald Trump of fighting games. Just quoting Phil. Oh my fucking god, yeah, so yeah. I guess Phil was made aware that they picked up on that. How much attention did I get? 1.3k likes. Fuck me, that took off. That being said, themselves got like 344 likes, which is, you know, pretty solid. But yeah, Scrubquote's picked up on it and just fucking, that just shit fucking went to the moon. What the hell? Oh my god. So yeah, I guess Scrubquote still paid attention to Phil occasionally. But there's not much show they talk. Look at this. They're going through everyone. They don't just focus on DSP for a second. No, they go through everyone. They see a Scrubquote anywhere. They fucking this is somebody that's not DSP. There's a clip of them. Whoever fucking said, I don't know. There's another clip. Oh, this one is DSP. This is from this is DSP here. A good one for Scrubquotes. What's Phil saying?
Super! Wake up super. Oh my god, he was so desperate. He did wake up super. Wow. What the fuck? Dude, are you kidding? He mashed it. He did anime full screen kick. It made the whole game's frames drop. I couldn't tell where he was or what was going on. It just hits me. Anime full screen spam kick. Do you see what I mean about this fucking game? Why are characters like him and Elisa in the game? How is that fair? The whole fight we're playing fair. Oh, it's the end of the fight. Wake up super like a scrub. Spam full screen frame dropping anime like kick that instantly teleports me and you can't do anything about it. What the fuck was that? That was terrible. That wasn't good gameplay in any way. That was trash gameplay.
We're only halfway through.
That makes me feel like I just wasted fucking 15 minutes of my life. For him to just spam and get away with that shit. That's fucking trash. I do not like Lars and Elisa at all. Seriously. That is complete trash. I hate him. What did he do there to earn that? He literally activated in lag and then spammed the move. And I couldn't do anything about it, and it just hits me from full fucking screen all the way across. Just instant win.
The sheer
wow, you're a great player, huh? You're fucking proud of yourself.
Man, this Salt. This is where Phil plays his best, in train mode, whatever.
It pisses me off, man. He didn't earn that shit. Dabhand says, that's what happens when you let Mortal Kombat dev design technical characters. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know if you're being serious or not, but that's fucking trash. He should not be in the game.
He shouldn't be in the game. You know, he shouldn't be in the game to kick my ass. So yeah, Scrubquotes, the only response Scrubquotes had to that was just telling people to have the audio on. So yeah. So fuck me, man. You know what? I think I'm going to follow Scrubquotes. I hadn't been following him yet. I think I'm going to follow him. Why not? We got some good shit on there, so there we go. So let's get back to the bingo. I derailed myself enough. Let's go to 1.75 speed and let's speed things up, okay? As Phil gets through all these contributions.
Than I used to. In fact, today it's way more tame than it used to be. But now I'm the heinous villain. But back then it was funny and good and people got the joke. I don't get it. Society changed, right?
Society changed. Phil didn't.
Anyway. Let's continue. I got a $5 tip from Dan the Man. Thank you, Dan the Man, for a $5 tip. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for contributing and supporting my content. Okay. Very good.
Way to fucking show some enthusiasm for a contribution. Fuck you, Dan.
I received a $25 tip from 1 Minute Man. Don't forget you have a quest pending for Raphael. It's up to you. I hope you choose to save a certain person and buy a scroll and learn to play the lute. Someone may also be asking for Halcyon. Oh, well, I guess these are all things we'll encounter today at Last Light. I don't know, because we literally just arrived and just did a quick foot tour. We didn't even talk to that many people. So I guess we'll see what happens today and go from there. I don't know. The quest for Raphael is inside of the mausoleum, which we didn't go to yet. It was to kill that monster, right? Kill some vicious monster or something that's down there. So I guess we'll see how that goes too when we get there. What really happens with that monster. I don't know what's going to happen when we arrive. Thank you, 1 Minute Man. Always supportive of my content, no matter what I'm playing. I really, really appreciate that. Okay. Abdullah, re-upping his membership for 15 months as we be replaying Resident Evil 6. I would like to think that someday I would. When Resident Evil 6 came out, I played it as a co-op game, and never actually really played it as a solo game, nor do I feel like it was much of a horror game. I liked it, but I didn't like it as a Resident Evil game. I liked it as an action game. A lot of people hated it because it said it was Resident Evil 6 and it didn't really feel like Resident Evil at all. Well, someday I think I would like to replay it. Okay.
Yes.
Let's see here.
Have you run out of tips, Phil?
Someone said Tekken doesn't seem to gel with me like Street Fighter does. I don't know if I agree with that. Like, why would you say that? Haven't you noticed that, like, I'm getting into it, I'm starting to learn stuff, I'm doing well, I'm getting combos, I'm getting punishes now. When I have a good match of Tekken where I feel like I'm genuinely outplaying the enemy, I'm having a great time with it. I am. Just as much as, you know, when I was playing Street Fighter 6. So I don't... here's the thing. I feel it's the opposite. I don't feel that it's like I'm not liking Tekken. I think it's that, in general, my viewers either like or don't like Tekken. Like, a lot of my viewers just like Street Fighter more, they like that gameplay more, they like that universe more. And now that I'm putting that time into a different franchise, they're kind of upset about that. Oh, why is he playing this other game instead of just playing more Street Fighter, right? That's my take, because outside of that, I don't see the difference. I'm playing it well, I'm learning these characters, I'm doing advanced combos and moves. It's not like I'm playing like a scrub or anything, right? So I'm not sure. Really, Trigger says Resident Evil 6 is actually hot garbage as a single-player game, only good with co-op. Jade, I will see you tonight for Like a Dragon. Sounds good. I'm very much looking forward to that stream. All right, guys, we got a little bit of extra time. If you want to toss a question my way, please tag me in the chat at DSP Gaming. Let's see what you guys want to talk about. The landscapers have gone away. I don't hear them, but I get the feeling they're going to come back now when I start the game, which is going to frustrate me, because I'm going to close the door, and then immediately it's going to get hot as shit in here because the sun is out. Ugh.
That exaggerated yawn is not quite clown mode. He's just yawning and stretching. It's almost clown mode, but not quite.
Did I hear that Wings quit the Lolcow podcast because Team was giving his trolls a platform? Someone had mentioned that a week or two ago on here that he was quitting the podcast.
Like the Lolcow podcast, okay, I was thinking about this earlier on. On my bus journey home from work, I was thinking, I had a question in my mind. What makes a lolcow? Like, it's a very strange and simple kind of question, but really, what makes a lolcow a lolcow? The one big thing that Wings and Boogie and DSP, the one common denominator that makes them lolcows is that it's the way they control and maintain their own little kingdoms. You know, it's like Wings has his trolls, and his trolls are all fucking crazy as all shit, and they do some messed up things with him. Phil and how he fucking controls his little kingdom, you know what I mean, with his little cult of fucking den heads and all that shit, you know. And really, when you fucking take all these lolcows out of their kingdoms and put them on to a neutral, you know, a neutral platform, like a lolcow podcast, then you kind of take away a lot of their power. And by that, I mean you can't take away a lot of the entertainment factor. So yeah, I know Keemstar had big aspirations for the Lolcow podcast. Even if Phil had agreed to it, I don't think it would have done that well. You know, I feel like Phil would not have been the same kind of Phil, because he wouldn't have been in control of chat, he wouldn't have been able to fucking control the narrative. No, this is in terms of Phil, in terms of DSP, he is a lolcow because, you know, he's like, he controls I mean, you saw that side-scroll interview, you saw exactly what happened to Phil in that side-scroll interview. He couldn't control, and he tried his best to try and control some of the narrative, they wouldn't let him. You know, but Jesus Christ, but it's just, for fuck's sake, yeah. So to me, that's why the Lolcow podcast idea, even if it had Phil on board, I don't think it would have lasted too long because of that factor. I think it's a big factor in what makes a lolcow. They are the most lolcowish on their own channels.
That's the extent of it that I know. I literally never listened to a second of the podcast, don't know anything about the podcast, don't care about the podcast, don't want to listen to the podcast. The only reason I know about it is because you guys came on here and said, are you aware that like entire episodes of the podcast are about you? And I'm like, no, I don't know why they would be. I'm not part of the show. I never agreed to be part of the show. I never even had a discussion about the show with anyone. I don't.
But Phil, earlier on this fucking show, you said that, you know, other people were getting pissed off because you were talking about them on your channel and they weren't meant to know about it. So isn't it okay then for the Lolcow podcast to talk about you without you being pissed off about it because they're just talking on their channel to the, you know, amongst themselves under a chat? It's the exact same thing, Phil. You run your mouth constantly on your channel playing fighting games, and you end up insulting some, you know, actual people on there that get pissed off at things you said about them, and you tell them to fucking calm down because the content wasn't meant for them. It's the same with the Lolcow podcast, Phil. It's not meant for you, I guess. I mean, obviously, they kind of hope you can maybe catch wind of it, but yeah, it's the same logic though, Phil. You can't be the only person that's allowed to fucking talk shit on your own streams.
Care about the show. We're not going to talk about the show. I think, again, with a show like that, what they want to do is they want to talk shit to goad someone into talking about it, so now they have something to talk about on their show. Because they need to feed off of others to have a show, because without feeding off the drama of others, they have no show. Because that's what happens with these drama circles, these people have no talent, so they need to goad other people into reactions, so that they can then react to their reactions, because that's how they make content. It's not like, oh, we have a show with all these interesting set topics today that we're going to cover, it's just nonsensical drama, right? So, yeah, like, I don't care about the show at all, I never did. People outright told me, "Are you aware that on the show they're not only doing entire segments about you, but they're all saying things like, Phil, we know you're listening." And I was like, "No, I'm not listening. I've not heard a second of it. The only thing I hear is secondhand from people in my chat or one of my fans telling me on the back end, are you aware that there's entire hateful segments or entire shows about you?" I'm like, "No, I don't give a fuck." Right? I don't give a shit enough about the people on that show to watch or listen to it. To watch or listen to the show, I'd have to care about the people on it. I don't. So, I don't waste my time and stuff I don't care about, I'm not gonna watch content from things that don't interest me. Lol cow culture does not fucking interest me in the least, so I don't care who's on the show. I don't, you know what I mean? The thing that got me is I made that abundantly clear, and then you got someone like Turkey Tom who made a documentary about me, and then he tried to say he wanted to just like interview me, and I'm like, I'll consider it, and I asked you guys, and you guys abundantly told me no, don't do it, so I didn't do it, and then he literally said in a video, "Oh darn, now I can't milk Phil anymore, I guess I'm done milking him." And I was thinking in my head, these people actually think it's healthy to say and that they want to milk other people. Like, they think that's normal behavior. "Oh, I just milked someone today for toxic content so I can make money." It's like, do you not understand how fucked that is, how immoral that is, how dangerous that is, how... I can't believe people...
Oh, fucking save me the fucking morality fucking speech, Phil. You have a fucking openly blatant racist on your channel. Canadian Kirk, otherwise known as Sir Ed Sheeran, keeps coming back with sock account after sock account after sock account. Do you know who the fuck it is? You know they're a racist piece of shit, but because they give you fucking money regularly, you fucking allow them to fucking stay on your channel, despite knowing that they're bypassing the fucking ban YouTube had on them. They got banned by YouTube, and you're allowing them back on your channel so they can keep giving you money, even though you know that they're a fucking open and blatant fucking racist. And you refuse to fucking stop them from being on your channel, you refuse to fucking ban them from contributing to you, you take their fucking money. And I don't want to hear a goddamn thing, Phil, but you try to fucking give some sort of morality lesson when your moral compass doesn't fucking apply to racism.
Sleep at night doing that, except that I understand there's a lot of people on this planet who have no conscience. They don't care who they hurt as long as they make money. So, and that's what I mean, like, that's the kind of people who are involved with that show. Who the fuck wants to be involved with a show that says we're a bunch of lol cow farmers who milk you for content? Are you out of your fucking mind? That's the most disgusting, toxic thing I've ever heard in my life. I don't want to touch that with a bazillion-foot pole. That, you know what I mean? I don't care how much money you're gonna pay me. You're out of your fucking mind. You have to be a dumbass to be involved with that in any capacity. Whether you're a lol cow or a farmer or whoever, you'd have to actually have low mental capacity to be involved in that content in any way, including making it or watching and listening to it. You have to be an idiot. And I'm not an idiot. So that's why I have nothing to do with it.
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
No! That kind of content, it's very simple. It's the immoral milking the dumb. That's exactly what it is. Immoral people who don't give a shit how they make their money, milking stupid people of their money. It's trash and I don't deal with that shit. Okay. Let's see here. I received a $6.66 tip from Ugly Tuna Roll. I got into Yakuza Like a Dragon because of you. Laughing out loud, I was never even into these kind of games, but Infinite Wealth is my first one. Ironically, I've been living in Japan for 15 years now, and they love that studio. Cheers, man. Not surprising. I mean, that studio is one of the game studios that's trying to represent Japanese culture in gaming, right? And it's not just a bunch of anime shit. It's actually real Japanese people and real Japanese culture. So, it's not surprising.
It's not just a bunch of anime shit. Why don't you fucking say what you really mean, Phil?
How prominent it is. Thank you very much, Ugly Tuna Roll. I'm glad to hear that you're liking the games, as a result of me playing them. Although it's hilarious to me that you watched an American. You literally watched an American playing a Japanese culture game, and that's what got you into the Japanese culture game, even though you live in Japan and are immersed in Japanese culture every day. Wow. Funny how that works. What am I doing tomorrow, Jade? Let's see. Well, tomorrow I gotta get some stuff for Jasper Kitty at the pet store. Like I said, I'm going to the liquor store because I'm gonna see what kind of liquor I can get for the Super Bowl event on Saturday. I gotta go grocery shopping, and I'm buying special ingredients for the recipes my wife will be making for the Super Bowl event. And I think likely I'll see if my wife wants to play more Tekken 8. Last week she went through the character story for Victor, and she played some online play with Victor. She played a little bit more of the arcade quest, but I think she's kind of getting bored of that. Even though it's funny, she's at the end. She's in the final arcade of arcade quest, so she only has to beat a few more opponents and then do like the final tournament or two, and she beats it. So I think she should just get the trophies. I think she should beat it. Or actually, the achievement points. I think she should beat it. But I'm curious if I'm very curious if she will play it more or not. She is so into Like a Dragon right now. I'm playing the living hell out of Like a Dragon right now. So I don't know how much more she'll play it or not. I guess we'll see. No, Kat is not going to be in the Super Bowl event. Like I said, Kat will be here when there's stuff that she wants to be a part of. Right now, she really wants to do the Dondoko Island co-op. That's the next thing she wants to be involved in. So that's why we're hoping to get that going this week coming up. But she's not interested in the Super Bowl stuff, no.
Neither are you. You don't care about the fucking Super Bowl either. You're just trying to fucking monetize a fucking event for the sake of making money.
Have I ever gave chocolate for Valentine's? Have I ever gave chocolate for Valentine's? I guess. I'm sure at some point in my life I gave chocolate as a present for Valentine's Day. I mean, I'm 41 years old, so yeah. What's funny is, so someone had said this the other day too. Someone said, this year are you going to do anything with chocolate for Valentine's Day? And I was like, chocolate for Valentine's Day? We still have chocolate downstairs from Christmas. We had this giant bag of Hershey's Nuggets we bought at Costco in like early December, and we also had a specialty chocolates that we bought, and we had a few of them on like Christmas Eve together. And since then, we put them in the what do you call it? The pantry, and we haven't even taken them out to eat them again. So it's like, listen, I love chocolate, but we stay away. We stay away from the stuff that's tempting. So we, don't even think about that. No,
I'm sorry, but I'm not buying for a fucking second that Cat stays away from chocolate. Then what the fuck is? Hold on. No. I'm sorry, but no, I'm pressing X to doubt that one.
Not doing anything with chocolate for Valentine's Day. If we tip a certain amount, then a certain
Size
character get played in Tekken 8. I would do that for Kuma. Right now, I have no plans to do anything like that. No. Should the Super Bowl be considered a federal holiday? I don't know. There's a lot of weird federal holidays I'm not even aware of. There's days that like everything's closed. Like what? Why? What is today? I don't even know what today is. Is it a holiday today? Right? I don't know. Thoughts on?
I want to remind everyone at this point in time that Phil legitimately got mad one time because Veterans Day prevented him from getting his YouTube payment a day earlier than he wanted. Because it was a fucking a federal holiday, Phil wasn't able to get paid by YouTube until a day later, and he flipped the fuck out about that. Was it President's Day? I thought it was Veterans Day. It might have been President's Day. I thought it was Veterans Day. It might have been President's Day. As Phil said, there's a lot of federal holidays.
Costco food court food. The only thing I've ever had there, Turtle Dude, was their hot dog, and the hot dog was super tasty, and I loved it. But I've never had anything else there. I've heard good things about the food, but I never tried it. Dr. Kinesis says, I'm noticing more ads recently. Have you seen an increase in ad revenue? Not really. I haven't really been looking, quite frankly. But no, I don't think that there's been any uptick in ad revenue for me. The weird part is, if I go to analytics, right, this month, so I shouldn't even say this month, I should say since 2024 started, my overall views are up. My overall time watched is actually way up. I actually have like way more overall hours watched on my content than from December. But all my revenue was way down. Because ads number one dried up, so ad revenue went way down, and I lost out on a ton of the membership revenue that I normally would have. So it was like a double drop for me. So likely it would end up being you know, a while. I would probably think probably the next 2 months. Typically you would see around like March, April, there's a big uptick in ad revenue on YouTube again because there's various different things happening at that time frame that the advertisements, you know, step up again. Sometimes you see it this week for the Super Bowl. I haven't particularly seen too much of an increase in advertisements for the Super Bowl this week. So maybe YouTube just didn't get it this year. I don't know. They used to. YouTube used to have like tons of ads for the Super Bowl. But I don't even think they have that this year. All right, anything else, guys? What else would you like to chat about today? Nothing? Nothing. We're done. Nothing to talk about. We've said our piece. We're done. Nothing interesting to discuss. Maybe time for a suggestion box submission. Excuse me. Sorry about the belching today. As far as a merch option, looking to Gamer Subs, aka G Subs. They're a successful rival competitor to G Fuel. They don't have a history of kowtowing to pressure from haters. They also have been partnering with just about any content creator, many of which have a smaller following than you. I think it'd be best to collab. Gamer Subs?
He's actually searching them.
Gamer Subs offers keto-friendly, sugar-free, and low-calorie energy drinks and powders for esports athletes and gamers. Shop online to get free samples of waifu cups. Are you kidding me? I gotta read this. Oh my god. Gamer Subs is 100% waifu content. I'm not even shitting you. It's all anime girls and husbandos too. It's got husbandos. Come the fuck on, man.
Wait until he fucking discovers a guacamole gamer fart fucking flavor.
Oh, this is terrible, dude. It's so bad. Oh, I definitely want to drink the energy drink called Grandpa's Ashes. I'm not kidding. They have a flavor called Grandpa's Ashes. Like you pretend like you're eating the cremated remains of your grandfather in an energy drink.
Literally, it's not actually fucking flavored like that. Some of them have interesting fucking names. Okay, clown mode. I'm taking clown mode.
Burger. 5 in a row. That's concerning.
And by the way, Gamer Subs is legitimately like a thing. You know what I mean? As I said, you know, like I think one of the people involved is like the YouTuber Russian Badger. He has his own flavor on there, and he decided his should be called Guacamole Gamer Fart. Despite the name, I think it's like strawberry and lime or something like that. But yeah, he's always fucking going on about how it's like it's better than, you know, other stuff because he's like there's no massive sugar. I'm not gonna fucking plug them, you know what I mean? I've never tried it myself, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Like as I says, lots of VTubers are on Gamer Subs. Exactly. Like, I mean, apparently it's a good thing. Like, I apparently drinks it every day. You know what I mean? They like it. I think it's basically I think it is mainly just water, and then you put like some small little scoop of something in there to also give you like, you know, better energy or some pish like that. You know what I mean? And apparently it's got, you know, whatever. But yeah, they do some collaborations with other content creators, and yeah, I mean, some people like it. Fair enough.
Well, if I were to have a sponsorship with Gamer Subs, I would demand that they make a husbando cup of me posing. It would be the DSP husbando cup.
I mean, the thing is though, they probably would. Like, these guys are quite fucking, you know, whatever, let's go with everything. But would it actually sell? The thing is though, I don't know, Phil, this actually, I know Phil is toxic as all hell, but if he just kind of went along with it, it probably would sell well. Actually, I mean, it's a bizarre thing to fucking say, but he would probably, yeah, I mean, Mr. says it, I think a lot of people would unironically buy it just for the sake of, like, fucking, you know, whatever, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'd fucking buy it, fucking no, I'm not sure about that, but I think, though, that people would unironically buy it.
Everyone would be required to get one. Oh my god. Let me read another suggestion. It would be amazing if you, I'm not kidding you, I'm reading this word for word off of the suggestions thread. It'd be amazing if you did something totally off the wall and unexpected, like run for president or even just the mayor. Obviously, it would be jokingly, but the thing is, at this point, you don't have to really leave home or do anything to run for office. You can sign up to do it and give your entire campaign platform through videos. Your campaign could just be intended as a statement on something, even just something like games or one of the things you react to in DSP Reacts. It doesn't even have to have anything outright political at all. You have a pretty good and sober view on things that's often missing in the world today. I think people would find it very interesting and entertaining. Plenty of people have run their own campaigns for office that were jokes or statements. It doesn't have to be that. Do a wild card thing people don't expect that would surprise them. Well,
I mean, isn't there a German comedian who ran to be a member of the European Parliament and succeeded? And so, like, they didn't think they would fucking win, but they ended up fucking winning. I'm pretty sure it was just some German comedian or something like that anyway. And he actually did succeed in winning the fucking race to fucking be a member of the European Parliament. And so he fucking, like, he does like some of these like video diaries of what it's fucking like. And apparently, like, people like sign in, and then like you get paid like 10,000 euros a month or something to be a member of the European Parliament. Most people turn up, sign in to say they were there, then go next door into a lobby where all these big, massive, you know, representatives of companies like BMW and Volkswagen are, and they fucking just pal about with the fucking rich folk and all that shit, and the influential business people, and cut deals and all that shit. Yeah, it's weird, you know what I mean? But yeah, sometimes they say, would Phil win an election? Fuck no. There was a Robin Williams movie based on that, wasn't there? There's a Robin Williams movie where he's like some sort of TV funny guy. I mean, like in the movie, he was a TV funny guy with political takes. And somebody, I think somebody noticed, says, you should fucking run for president. And Robin Williams was like, yeah, I probably will. And like he won the presidency, but he shouldn't have won the presidency because the technology that was used to count the votes was faulty. So Robin Williams became president, but in reality he shouldn't have. But then it was some big massive thing where they're trying to stop the whistleblower from telling people there's something wrong with the equipment. It was a very I've seen the movie and it's pretty interesting, you know. And the whistleblower finally got to Robin Williams and told him the truth, and Robin Williams was like, well, let's do the right thing then.
Well, it is official. Starting tomorrow, I am starting my campaign for the President of the United States. Alright, as an independent. You ready?
More like independent.
If Trump and Biden can get elected, I don't know how I could possibly not be a viable candidate. I mean, one guy's barely alive and the other guy barely has a brain cell, so... If, either way, holy crap, man. Oh my god. Build back Burnell. Wow. Original series phaser, if you want answers on the Xbox stuff, check out the last two podcasts. We went into massive detail about it there. No point reiterating a third time when I've already went into detail twice, and I'm sure we'll be talking about this again next week when Phil Spencer does his presentation and says his piece and we find out what's really going on. I need to be in my 80s to be elected president. Well, I look like I'm in my 80s, so all I'll do is I'll dye my hair gray, and I'll pass for it, I'm sure. Right? Let's face it, my face is way more bloated than Donald Trump's, right? My balls are already hanging down to my kneecaps and clacking together like this, so what I'll do is I'll just glue some ear hair in my ears, and I'll dye all my hair. Perfect. Right? If I want to unlock Dondoko Island by Valentine's Day, I have to play Straight Story. Well, I'm playing Straight Story tonight. I don't think you can play Straight Story in Chapter 5 because you have to unlock the job systems and all of that. So I can do that. And like I said, I'm playing it today, Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday. So between 4 streams of it coming up the next week, hopefully that's enough to get to Dondoko Island. I guess we'll see. Carliga says, you know, we don't even know who's who in that diss you just said. Really? You don't know who's nearly dead and who doesn't have a brain cell? You can't figure that out? I need to paint myself orange too. There you go. I'll go with a different color. How about I go like blue? I just paint my whole face blue, and then I'll be told I'm a racist for being blueface. I'll be told I'm discriminating. It's a discrimination against the blue man group. How dare I wear blueface, right? There we go. The Smurfs. There you go. Papa Smurf would be pissed at me.
Big Papa Smurf would kick your fucking noodle-armed ass.
Den Bover says I should play Call of Duty. We are. We're playing Call of Duty on Saturday during the Super Bowl event. I'm going to do a session of it there. I don't know how long, but we're going to do a session of it there. So if you want to see me check out the new stuff while buzzed, come by on a Saturday. There you go. I've already upset someone. Someone says, you're downplaying racial and ethnic stereotypes. I just have never learned anything. That's correct. As you know, I'm an incredible racist. I really hate those blue-faced people, let me tell you. I can't stand them. If they would just go back to the Smurf lands they came from, can't take it, man. Fucking people, I swear to God.
Phil's gonna build a wall, and he's gonna make PewDiePie pay for it.
Hi, yi, yi. Say 5 things I've been doing wrong in the last 48 hours. Okay, let's see. I played games poorly. I begged for money. I snorted and cleared my throat too much. I told bad jokes. And I breathed. Top 5 things I did wrong in the last 48 hours according to my detractors. There you go. Play me out, Paul.
That's fun. Dickens left.
All right. I think it's time to end the show. Who's the tallest person I remember seeing? I'm almost positive that when I was a kid, my parents took me to see the Harlem Globetrotters. And everyone there is tall shit. Like all the Globetrotters and the opposing team too. Any basketball player is tall as fuck. And I remember sitting there and looking like, oh my God, like those guys are giants, right? All right. I think it is time to end the show and to prepare for Baldur's Gate 3 chill fun today. I want to say thank you all. Great, relaxing show. As I knew it would be. I knew today would be a relaxing show and I appreciate that. Remember, I'm not here tomorrow. When I return on Friday, I'm sure we'll have tons to talk about because whenever I have a day off, that's when everything happens. So I guarantee you there's going to be like tons of news and stuff going on tomorrow that we'll talk about on Friday's show. In addition, of course, this week coming up is very hype with the Super Bowl event coming on Saturday, which will be fun. So I certainly hope that you will join me for all the festivities. I wish you all a very safe and happy Thursday. And I hope to see you all again this coming Friday. But in the meantime, peace out, everyone, and see you soon. Okay, so that's the deal, everybody. Let's get set up for the show. And I'm going to take a brief break. It won't be a super long break, but I'll take a brief break to probably just use the restroom and see what my wife and family are up to quickly before we begin. I want to stretch my legs before I start with Baldur's Gate. Probably walk around the house for a minute or two. Okay. Cool. Oh my goodness, burp master. Oh, I forgot to mention burping. I definitely burped. That's okay. So that's the top 6 things I did wrong on stream in the last 48 hours. I also burped. Because God forbid that someone burp or belch, fart, snort, clear their throat, breathe. None of that's allowed. You're just supposed to be a fucking robot AI VTuber, I guess. You know, that has no real stuff like that at all.
Don't fucking broadcast it on your fucking stream, so use a goddamn mute button or something for fuck's sake.
Right? Of course. All right, everyone, chill. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm just gonna mute the mic and go for a quick walk and use the restroom. And I'll be back with Baldur's Gate 3, Last Light Inn / Last Light Town, whatever it's called. We're gonna investigate, talk to everyone, get some missions, I'm sure, and continue on with the chill fun of the game. But first, I'm gonna take a leak. So I'll be right back. See you all in a few minutes.
And I guess we can fast forward while Phil was wobbling his ass away. I mean, I could have been a lot more cruel with some of the jokes when Phil was talking about the Super Bowl, and especially Cat as well, for example. Like, Cat probably thinks a Super Bowl is an extra large bowl of fucking dip and gravy or something. Like, she doesn't give a shit about Super Bowl, now just Phil. Let's just fast forward. He's actually having problems fast forwarding. Hold on a second here. Let me see, can I just do it this way?
She's a big fucking bitch.
Hold on. Yeah, thank you very much. Hold on, let me let it keep playing while, so thank you very much to Muskov Elon for a super chat, who says, do you golf? St Andrews, the old course, is on my bucket list. I appreciate the streams. Does mini golf count? I've tried when I was younger to, like, you know, practice like my drives. I wasn't very good at it. I don't know. I never got a stance right to try and fucking get a good drive going. Mind you, I was quite young at the time. I was like fucking 14 or so, you know what I mean, or 15. When I tried to, you know, fucking drive, you know, with a fucking bingo, bingo golf club, and it didn't fucking work too well. I tell you something though. I have been to St Andrews. I have walked the 18th hole at St Andrews. It's a publicly open course. You know, like anyone can just like visit it. Essentially, if you're there. Like I've been in St Andrews on a Sunday, and I was there for a weekend, whatever, you know what I mean? There's fuck all to do on Sunday, so I just fucking went to the golf course and walked the course, the famous course that so many other. I walked over a little bridge, you know, the wee famous little bridge. Hold on, let me Google this shit, you know, let me find it. Phil's still on the back again. Give me a second, I'll try and find this shit for you. St Andrews golf course 18th. Yeah, hold on. No. Golf bridge. There's a wee bridge. There's a wee famous bridge. It's here. Shush, random video. So, yeah, this thing here. This is a golf course on the little famous. This is a very old bridge on the golf course. And yeah, I stood on this bridge. I've walked over this bridge on the golf course. So there you go. So yeah, I've been here. I've seen the course. I've walked the course. I've walked along it. You know. And yeah, obviously I wasn't anyone's way or anything. The course wasn't open at the time for golf. It was just, you know, it was just there. But yeah. So yeah, I've not tried to play golf properly since, you know, ever, you know. But yeah. What do you mean? Wait, hold on. Eric Reginald says, "Where are the clouds?" They're right there. All this shit here is clouds. You see this little patch of blue sky in the background here? Yeah, it's hard to see all the blue because there's fucking clouds in the way, all these patchy clouds. Tons of fucking clouds in the sky. There's one right fucking here, for fuck's sake. Look at that shit. This is a cloud. But yeah. This is the famous golf course, you know. Yeah, some dafty walking over.
So I'm gonna turn my fan on max blast. I need it. It's already stuffy in here. And the landscape...
Well, returned and ruined my you know, enjoyment of watching somebody walk over a bridge randomly in a hat. I guess I got $100 to fucking make this bridge video. Because I'm wearing a fucking hat. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, I've been to St Andrews, Muscoville, and I mean, I would be interested in trying to golf again, I guess, but I would need to, like, learn how to hit the fucking ball, if that makes sense. Like, I never, so I went to a driving range with friends before when I was younger, like, you know, mid-teens or whatever, and I could not get the hang of driving the fucking, you know, I don't know if I'm a tall bastard. I don't know if that was a fact of me being so goddamn tall. I just couldn't get a comfortable angle, you know what I mean? Because I mean, you got to stoop down a bit, you got to hold the club at a certain level, you got to keep that club at the same level. It's a strange, it's not as easy as it looks to like hit a golf ball. It seems like properly and cleanly. Yeah. the famous quote, it's all in the fucking hips. There you go. But I really should try again and see if I can fucking master it yet. But yeah, thanks. So yeah, hopefully one day Muscoville you will get to go to St Andrews and appreciate the scenery of the golf course and all that jazz, and enjoy it all. So yeah, I mean, I definitely have it's something I will remember. You know, I mean, it's like it's one of the most famous golf courses in the world, St Andrews. You know, I mean, it's quite, and obviously a lot of people love crossing that little bridge and all that shit. A lot of people like going under the bridge and getting a picture taken. Like, they want to get into the water and they get a picture taken under the bridge. Some people do that as well. I didn't do that personally, but yeah, some people do enjoy that as well. Anyway, hopefully one day you get to go there, Muscoville, and thanks for the super chat. Let's get back to Phil and his shitty fucking stream.
So I'm gonna turn my fan on max blast. I need it. It's already stuffy in here. And the landscapers are gonna come by and I'm gonna have to close the window. So I'm gonna turn the fan all the way up. It's like a freaking summer in here today. Okay. Why do they have a cigarette emote? That's weird. A cigarette emote on YouTube is bizarre because you would think that, like, YouTube being so liberal, they'd be like, oh, anti-cigarette smoking. So the fact that they put it as an emote, a common emote in the chat, is interesting.
Well, if YouTube are so fucking liberal, then why do you exist on the platform?
Because cigarettes are cool. Yeah, man. Oh, man.
Shut the fuck up!
Have we, so it's official, we're more than halfway through the game, right? Like, for sure. I feel like we're more than halfway through this game. Well, congrats to anyone who just got one of those gifted memberships. I don't know if those are legit or not. If they are, I hope you enjoy them. Looks like they're gonna take a while to probably be divvied out because so many people on the channel already have a membership.
Oh, wait, that gives a membership, I think it was like a fucking 10 member bomb with that. It wasn't that much. And Phil immediately mistrusts it.
What's up, Grim Ripper? He says, in a couple minutes I'm gonna check out my PlayStation Portable. Your PlayStation Portable? You're getting a classic PSP? I thought you had mentioned that you were gonna get the new one for PS5.
Did Phil's voice crack when he was singing? Hold on. Phil's voice apparently cracked when he was singing. I don't know about that. Let's try. Let's check. Let's slow it down and see if Phil's voice cracked.
They'd be like, oh, anti-cigarette smoking. So the fact that they put it as an emote, a common emote in the chat, is interesting. Because cigarettes are cool. Yeah, man.
Hey, let's know it for the voice
track.
That wasn't a voice crack. What was it? Was that a voice crack? To me, it's just him humming a couple of notes. I generally can't hear a whole. Let me try again. Right, I'm hyper focused here. I'm hyper focused. This fucking face that Phil's making, goddamn. The things we do for fucking bingo.
Yeah, man. Oh,
I'm not sure. I don't think that's a voice crack. It's just him humming a fucking tune, for fuck's sake. Nah, I can't count that. Can't count that. I'm sorry, I can't count that as a voice crack. To me, it is not a voice crack.
Have we, so it's official, we're more than halfway through the game, right? Like, for sure. I feel like we're more than halfway through this game. Well, congrats to anyone who just got one of those gifted memberships. I don't know if those are legit or not. If they are, I hope you enjoy them. Looks like they're gonna take a while to probably be divvied out because so many people on the channel already have a membership. What's up, Grim Ripper? He says in a couple minutes I'm gonna check out my PlayStation Portable. Your PlayStation Portable. You're getting a classic PSP? I thought you had mentioned that you were gonna get the new one for PS5. Is that what you mean? Anyway, it went really well. The podcast was a chill time today, so good to see you. Okay. You're at the end of Act 2. It's more like you're approaching the 2/3 mark through it. Okay. Alright, let's continue. Here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome.
And he is now recording for Gameplay Future, but he's going to bring an end to the bingo. I think we only had one free space today. Because Phil burped 14 times, and he snorted 24 times. He was one snort shy of a free space, bizarrely. But I don't think it would have mattered in the grand scheme of things, because we still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares that were not ticked. Let's just tick the square.
Burger?
So there we go, the voice crack too. But yeah, sadly we couldn't get a full house today, as Phil is hoping to enjoy another $100 tip stream of Baldur's Gate 3. Phil plays this game because it guarantees him $100 dues in contributions. Let's go to live DSP and see how he's doing. He started a stream on 41 buckaroos. He is still on 41 buckaroos, and he started recording for gameplay about 28 minutes ago. So yeah, he has not been given a single tip apparently since he started gameplay. I'm guessing he's going to get to a bit of the game where it's going to frustrate him, and then he's going to say, well, this fucking sucks, I want to quit the game, and wait for the $100 tip to come in, so he keeps playing it because somebody gave him a lot of money. It's kind of an inevitable, that kind of pattern. Whoops, I pressed the wrong button. So yeah, anyway, but the bingo is done, we're done with bingo, so we're just going to end with otters. Where are the little bastards? Also, is this definitely 1080p? Yeah, this is a part of 1080p. It looked a bit blurry to me, but whatever. I'm not going anywhere until my fucking otters come back on screen. I demand otters before I fuck the fuck off. I need my otters. Today's been Phil was too damn annoying today. There we go. They heard my demands. One briefly showed up in scammer just to say, alright, you can fuck off now. But here we go. Guys, thank you for joining me for some robust bingo content. And yes, sadly we couldn't get a full house, but I will return on Friday for some more bingo antics and all that jazz and all that goodness. A little reminder, guys, I am trying to create another quiz for Quiplash, the game Quiplash. I'm trying to make my own custom DSP quiz. And I made a community post about this before, a week or two ago. I will show you now, actually. Let me pull up the community post so you guys can see it, and I can even link it in chat and all that jazz. Give me a second here. Where's my shitey channel? There's my shitey channel. Let's go to my shitey channel. And let's go to community. I'm on my community page right now, hold on. So here it is here. It's the most recent community post here. Made 13 days ago. The link is in the chat right now. I am requiring questions. I have taken a bunch of questions from a bunch of different people. I've listed all the ones I've got here so far. Some of these are my own questions, and other questions, as you can tell, are submitted by different people. I've got Snood submission, Aviga, Brandud, got Dashe, Meester as well, with a couple of suggestions, even Alt Insider as well. So yeah, guys, if you can think of good questions, and I have been adding a couple of these as well as I go from the list here, you know what I mean? Like, there is more. So the ones I've added since then have been ones like Tonya Wiggins has had a couple. Had some good suggestions. Brian who else have we had? Playing for Beliefs as well. Dello Yellow, Steve the Dead, Silent Weapons as well. All these people had some good questions, some good submissions. We've got about 38 so far. But yeah, it has dried up a bit in the questions and all that jazz since then. So feel free to add your own questions for the Quiplash game. Remember, Quiplash is a game where you see a question, you try and come up with like the funniest answer for it, so the audience and the people involved in the game can pick what they think is their favourite answer. These are the kind of questions that are going to be involved in a game, like what did DSP fear most about Mike Klum explosion? Had a documentary about ahead, and also you can think of a clever creative answer, like somebody, him showing WWE champions, or how much DoorDash they ate, or so. People can come up with their own answers, and you vote for your favourite answers. That's how the game works. But yeah, if I get 64 questions all done, I will make that new quiz and we will play it together. I'll play it together with members on one of these Thursday streams and all that jazz. So I just thought I'd highlight that so we can try and get some more questions going for that. But yeah, I am going to call it quits there for today. And as I said, I will be back on Friday for some more bingo antics and fun and games, not jazz. But until then, I hope you all have a good Wednesday and a good Thursday as well. I hope you all enjoy your day off. I believe that being said, we'll be back doing their thing tomorrow on their show, if you want to check them out. And until then, guys, hope you have a good one, and I'll catch you all later. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money, when you go outside, all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky, and you raise your face up. You're like, oh, you start dancing. You go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that.